All right. Now we got to make sure that we are live. Hold on one second. Ooh, got to stretch, baby. Got to stretch. I will say this, man. We are. It say we live, but I don't see anything. Hold on. What Kevin Sanders used to say: one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. All right, okay, we good. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I mean, I had to do it one time for the one time. So anyway, guys, today we have a interesting live stream. As you can see, we already have two young ladies up above us. This is going to be somewhat of a compilation. All right, so we're not going to spend all the time just focusing on these two young ladies and this particular topic. We're going to actually bounce around a little bit. So, the title is Do Modern Day Women Deserve Monogamy? Do they? That's the question, man. Do modern day women deserve monogamy? All right. I want y'all to hold on to that question and we're going to go ahead and jump on into this thing. Let go.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. So when it comes to just like women dating in general, I know, people have that toxic conversation about how many bodies a woman should have. And I hate when it comes from the man perspective because shut the fuck up. That doesn't matter for you. But when it comes to women talking to women, what do you think is like the healthy number of partners that a woman should have if she does want monogamy in a marriage that she should have before she gets married? To be like, okay, like, you know exactly what you want and you've dated around and you've done this and now it's time for you to get married.
Before she answers this crazy question, we need to first start out by saying this, right? If you are interested in a man, then don't you understand you got to value their opinion? Because if a guy thinks that too many bodies, if a guy thinks that five bodies is too many bodies, or the guy that you want, let's put it there. If the guy that you want thinks that five bodies is too many bodies, who cares what your homegirl think? You're not dating her. She's not gonna put a ring on your finger. You're not marrying the woman. And see, this is the issue. This is what I'm talking about, man. These modern day chicks think and believe that a man's opinion doesn't matter. It don't matter if you're gonna be dating her. But if you want to come on over to this side, then ma'am, it absolutely positively matters. Hate it or love it. I don't get it, man. I really don't.
There's not a number. I'm very much a quality over quantity girl.
Okay.
304s, man. That's 304
Because
talk.
you can have for however long you having sex, you could, let's say you got 10 bodies, right? It could have been trash sex with every last one of them and you didn't learn nothing.
Yeah.
Or you could have had really amazing sex with 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
And you come and you like, look, I learned this trick. I know how to do this. So it's like, what are the quality experiences that you're having as opposed to quantity? Don't just be fucking to be fucking and then you walking away. You ain't got no nut. You just walking away with all you did, like you just got a wet ass. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got no money from him. He ain't taught you shit.
Whoa. Wait a minute, man. Good grief, man. This young lady has a little filthy mouth on her, man. Like I didn't know it was gonna be that type of stream, man. Let me get myself together. Where's my Bible? No, let me stop. Yo, this is crazy to think that you have to jump from pole to pole in order for you to learn something. Do you not understand that, you can save yourself for marriage and you can learn all of those things with your guy, with your man. You don't have to put more mileage on that thing. And this thing kind of sounds like it got over 200K. Like, come on, man. Good grief. Most guys they not checking for that, man. They really not. Like, if you know some tricks, okay, cool. We might be able to use you for a short time, but we not trying to wipe this up. If you done had every doggone Tom, Dick, and Harry out there, everybody know that you done doggone been passed around. You might know a couple of tricks. We might invite you, you know what I'm saying, make some shake or whatever, and then we're gonna send you right back to the streets.
still as dumb as when you opened your fucking legs at the beginning of the situation. Right. Like, what is the, you know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. People, you know, hate talking about like, oh, paying for pussy or, oh, everything is transactional. Yes, everything is fucking transactional. Everything you do in this life is transactional. If I provide you with my time, what is the exchange? That's literally, we live in a series of exchanges. So you have to appreciate those exchanges for what they are. And if they are not quality exchanges, just take that shit on the chin and do better next time.
Yeah. Wait. She said time. Your time? That's what you, like, I'm trying to figure out, because there are plenty of other chicks that would be willing to bust it down. I mean, like, what is a guy really getting out of, I don't know, being around young ladies that think like this, honestly, outside of just the box? You got guys that can go out there and just pay for it. What is a guy getting besides box, weave, a nasty attitude, and a potty mouth? Like, what I don't understand. What is he getting? What value are you bringing to the table?
Because you have to, you know what I'm saying? That's how you learn. So for me, like, I tell people that a lot of my sexual experience, because like even last year, I became a certified sex coach. Mm-hmm. So a lot of my quality sex experiences have happened within the last 2 years.
So what does a sex coach do?
It helps coach you through situations in the same way that like a fitness coach, a life coach, you know, anything. Okay. So it helps you kind of like tap into like, what is it that, how do you want to express yourself sexually? What kind of sexual experiences do you want? What types of conversations do you need to have with your partner in order to express your sexual desires in a way that is safe?
Y'all out here paying for that? You got people out here that are really, her doggone heels are getting on my nerve. Put your shoe down, man. You should not see the bottom. My bad. It's getting on my nerves. And then this other young lady got on J's. Man, hold on. They just threw off my doggone. Y'all are actively paying for coaches. What is the purpose? What is the purpose of getting with somebody and having sex with somebody? Like, are these not people that you can speak to, you can talk to? You're not able to open yourself up like full. Like, listen, can you not communicate that with your partner? Like, listen, tell me what you like. Y'all go back and forth. I mean, like, everything should be a conversation. You shouldn't just be giving yourself to anybody in the first place. I don't understand why in the world do people pull their pants down, open up their legs to somebody you can't communicate with. What sense does that freaking make? Please let me know down in the comments. It makes absolutely no sense to me, but I hear this far too often. Men and women, both, y'all are out here having sex with people that y'all don't trust, people that you can't talk to, you can't communicate with. What freaking, you gotta go outside and get a sex coach. A young lady that said, listen, most of my experience has came in the last 2 years. And they will slap a title on anything and get paid for it. And you got people out there that will literally pay for this type of stuff instead of going directly to the source and talking to your person, which would be your husband, which would be your wife, somebody that you actually trust, or your life partner, whatever you want to call it. Like, why in the world do we got to go third party this thing and go speak to a 304 about how it is that we need to communicate effectively to each other? Man, I'm about done with this. This is crazy. We about to move.
So I can help people navigate those conversations, whether it be couples or whether it be someone, just on a one-on-one situation, because a lot of people have a lot of shame and trauma associated with sex. So I help them kind of unpack that as well.
Okay, so are you just talking to couples?
It could be couples, it could be singles. A lot of people literally tune into my podcast because I answer a lot of like sex questions as well. Or then I'll have people like reach out to me personally and say like, you know what, I don't like sucking dick and I want to like get into it. Or, you know, like maybe if I knew how to do it better, I would like it better. Or, you know, I need to know some tricks. Or I don't want to masturbate. And it's like, girl, if you don't want to play with yourself, why you think a man want to play with you? Like, come on now, like, let's get it together. So having a
All right, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and end this thing right here because this thing is going all the way to the left, y'all. This is new to me. I had no idea, as long as I've been on this earth, that this exists. A sex coach? Yo, I must be one of the most green people on YouTube, bro. Because this is new to me. Is this something that came out within the last 3 to 5 years or something like that? Like, have I been living up under a rock like ever since, the pandemic? I'm just, these people are coming out the woodwork and they charging people for everything. But you got people out there that's willing to pay for it, so I ain't gonna knock this young lady's hustle. I'm just gonna say that you guys are crazy. And I would love to know, right, after hearing something like this, do you think that these type of women deserve monogamy? I mean, that's where we started from. I don't know how the heck we got all the way over here to the left, but these type of individuals that speak like this, that talk like this, you had a young lady that literally, she came out of her mouth and said, I don't give a damn what a man thinks. You know what I mean? Like, I want to hear what you got to say, girl. How many bodies is too much bodies for you? Why are we asking the women? If you're trying to be in a relationship, be married, or be with a man, be with a guy, why are you asking a woman? It just blows. Anyway, y'all let me know. What do you guys think in the comments about this, all right? Whew, good grief. All right, man. Let's move on to the next. This is crazy. This thing has already started off to the mother loving left, man. We're gonna switch things up a little bit, and we're gonna ask about masculinity. All right. I actually seen a clip on TikTok. TikTok, you don't stop. I seen a TikTok, and I want to shift myself over a little bit, whatnot, and let this young brother cook. All right, let me turn this up because last time we were just sitting here listening to nothing.
No such thing as toxic masculinity.
No such thing. There are toxic people, and those toxic people can be masculine or feminine. But when the man pulls you out of your burning building, you don't give a fuck how masculine he is. There's no too masculine then. Masculinity is masculinity. Femininity is femininity.
There is such thing as toxic masculinity.
There is no. The toxic,
Disavow.
So toxic masculinity was a term created in the 1990s when psychologists were trying to study violent offenders in prison. When guys would step on each other's toes and then they would start stabbing each other, it was just a term that was used by those psychiatrists to determine a type of behavior where men would resort to extreme levels of violence for no reason. And then somehow mainstream psychology got a hold of it and became this pop term. There is no such thing as toxic masculinity. There is just masculinity, and then there are some people who are toxic. That has nothing to do with each other. I can show you tons of people who are extremely toxic online, and some of them are masculine and some are feminine, but the two are mutually exclusive. The idea of toxic masculinity is to shame men for doing things that other people don't agree with. There is no such thing as toxic masculinity.
So I never really honestly understood. I mean, he said this came out in the 90s. Good. The very first time I heard anybody mention or say anything about toxic masculinity was like maybe a year or two ago. Like it was after all the podcasts start popping up, and shout out to Kevin Samuel when he started coming out. People started saying toxic, and then you heard the guys saying masculinity, and somehow I thought they just put it together. But this has been out since the 90s. And I already knew it was some bull to begin with. Like, again, I agree with him. There are a lot of toxic people out in the world. And, that's male and female. It has no gender. But toxic masculinity, toxic femininity, I mean, just think about it for a second. What sense does that make? And I think that it's so interesting, right? Because they will hear terms and things like this, and they will literally come up with so many different talking points and try to combat everything. But when this man starts speaking on facts, data, and statistics, the whole room gets quiet. Nobody is saying anything. Like, oh, okay, all right. So this dude actually did his research. He actually knows. Look at these young ladies' faces right now. Like, oh, damn. You actually have a person that's really standing on business. They know exactly what it is that they're talking about. Shout out to this young brother, man. I can really appreciate when you have somebody that has actually did some research. They've actually did their homework. And when we hear stuff like this, I am so glad that it is starting to be met with, again, facts, data, and statistics, because you can argue all you want to with opinions. But if we actually check and we look at the history, this is where this thing formed from. So, yeah, shout out to him, man. Dope video. All right, let's move on to the next one. So we about to get a little bit more on the mainstream, right? So I actually had this video, or this thing that I wanted to go over real quick. Let me see if I can pull a rabbit out of a hat. All right, so I know a lot of you guys are familiar with the richest men in the world, right? So we're not going to talk about Elon just yet. You know what I'm saying? We might get to Elon a little bit later on tonight. What we're going to bring up, I don't know what number he is. I don't know if it's
That's none of your business.
5 or what number my boy is. Let me move that out of the way. Where are you? All right, I thought I was going to bring it up, but I really honestly don't even see it. Where is it? Clip. No, that's not it. Interesting. All right. Anywho, I'm just going to go ahead and bring up this clip right here. So, Jeff Bezos, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Bezos. I know a lot of you guys are familiar with good old Jeff. As we know, this brother has been married since the beginning of time. I think Jeff is like 60-something years old right now. And he had a wife. And, they decided to get a divorce. And this young lady actually did a little commentary on it. We're going to go ahead and listen in, and we'll go from there.
The former Amazon CEO had to pay how much in his divorce? Jeff and Mackenzie Bezos announced that they were getting a divorce after 25 years of marriage. And the worst part about this split is that the couple didn't sign a prenup. With a net worth of over $135 billion, Jeff is one of the richest people on the planet. As for his counterpart, Mackenzie owns 16% of Amazon and is an award-winning novelist. The two were together before Amazon.com was even established. Mackenzie ended up walking away from the divorce with $38 billion, which may have looked a lot different if there had been a prenup in place. The former Amazon CEO had to...
Oh, did she say billion with a B? Whew. But I'm going to tell you this, man. Guys that have accumulated this amount of wealth is not really tripping off of that, right? Because I'm not saying that she is, but in a lot of cases like this, listen, I'm willing to pay. If it's going to get her the heck away from me, get this headache up out of here, whatever it is that I got to pay, I know with me, my brain, my knowledge, and my company, we're going to still be able to thrive. I'm going to be able to make that money back in a couple of years anyway. So I ain't bugging. And this brother still look like he got his youth. Like, we literally seen Jeff Bezos go from having like a dead bod to working out, getting in shape. I thought he was supposed to fight Elon Musk. What the heck happened to that? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have paid to see that. Like, two billionaires, two of the richest men in the world sitting there in a ring, you know what I'm saying, trying to knock each other out. That is freaking hilarious. Take my money. But fellas, you got to be really careful, right? When you get involved with certain people, because I see a lot of the comments and stuff like that, man, they saying she literally built the company with him. Did she though? Did she? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I need to do a little bit more research, but I think that, if we got somebody like Jeff Bezos who's spearheading this doggone thing, 33 billion? Like, listen, I can break you off with a little something, but 33 billion is crazy. Crazy, man. Still, just to think about. They did some research, and they said, like, out of 100 women that had became like new millionaires or billionaires or something like that, acquired their wealth, like 99 of them, it was either 98 or 99 of them, got it from a divorce. Yo, that's crazy, man. That is freaking insane. People out here just leaving their husbands and leaving with a bag. Crazy. Now I will say that she did donate a huge amount to one of the companies I used to work with, which is the YMCA. I don't know if she donates like every year, but I know she gave like a big, large lump sum to the YMCA. It is a tax write off, but you know they definitely appreciate it because I don't think they looked out for their workers like that. No offense to the YMCA, but you know y'all know how that go.
Pay how much in his divorce? Jeff and Mackenzie Bezos announced that they were getting into.
Look at that. What do y'all think? So here's the thing, right? A lot of women think that, you know, billionaires, millionaires, and all those guys are checking for these chicks with the BBLs and this plastic surgery and everything. And listen, I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, she's the worst looking young lady in the world, but this is, I would say, close to an average young lady, right? And I think that this brother was more than happy with her. And I think, again, just my personal belief, and I actually heard some things out there that Jeff Bezos actually wanted to work things out with Mackenzie. But, you know, again, this is all alleged. I'm not 1,000% sure. But she didn't. She just thought that, you know, whatever happened it wasn't no comeback for it. And this is why we should start throwing this out there, man. No fault divorce. Like, if you decide to leave the marriage and, you know, it wasn't any signs of physical abuse, you know, or anything like that, then, you know, I think that it should be up to the other person if they want to give you something. Whatever you came in this relationship with, that's what you leave with. All right, whatever you got in your bank account or whatever, that's what you leave. If that person decides to look out for you, then they decide to look out for you, because we've been seeing for far too long, man, where the guy in the relationship has literally been taken to the cleaners. I've seen like maybe 2 or 3, you know, situations where the woman had more money. She was a celebrity, you know, and, you know, after the breakup or whatever, the guy actually did get a little change or whatnot, you know. I think, what was it? Britney Spears, I believe, was like one of them, something like that. But it hasn't been many. Most of the time, in most cases, when a guy and a woman break up, when it's a divorce, most of the time, oftentimes it goes the woman's way. And I mean, like, she not only takes half of his stuff, because that's one thing to take half of somebody's stuff, but to take more than half, and the guy still has to pay alimony on top of child support and everything. Yo, bro, I think that is just freaking insane. Like, listen, kids, 50-50. You take them, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The guy get them Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and y'all figure out on Sunday. Everybody go to church on Sunday. I don't know, but I honestly don't believe in this BS, man. Guys getting taken to the doggone cleaners, and these women are literally taking advantage of them.
Divorce after 25 years of marriage. And the worst part about this split is that the couple didn't sign a prenup. With a net worth of over $135 billion, Jeff is one of the richest people on the planet. As for his counterpart, Mackenzie owns 16% of Amazon and is an award-winning novelist.
What? So explain to me why was that last part necessary? What does her being a novelist have to do with anything? Why would you throw that? Now, the 16%, owning 16% of Amazon, okay, cool. That's understandable. Okay, so she's going to get a large portion because she owns 16. Okay, cool. What does a award-winning novelist have to do with you? You could have left that out, man. Just
the two were together before Amazon.com was even established. Okay. Mackenzie ended up walking away from the divorce with $38 billion.
Okay, so he was worth, because just because you're worth $100 and something billion don't mean that's what you have. You know what I mean? They calculate different things, you know. But 38 billion worth 135. I don't think Jeff Bezos really hurting off of that. You know what I'm saying? I think he was, hey, listen, it was good. I appreciate you. You know, I don't know if hopefully the kids are grown now and they out the house. But yeah, you going back to your world. I'm gonna go on back to mine. This brother did remarry, which I don't really know about that, dog. You got to be careful. You got to protect yourself when you got that much money. Then again, he ain't really bugging, man. That man making so much money, he don't even care. He's just out here living his best life. But y'all, let me know, what do you guys think down in the comments about this? You got some people that's on this side where they say that she literally helped him build the company, which I don't know. I don't know how much truth that is. She probably was with him while he was building the company. She probably pitched in here and there, but helped him build the company? I don't know. That might be a little stretch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I would love to do some research and really see about that. But anyway, y'all let me know. What do you guys think about this Jeff Bezos situation? Drop it down in the comments, all right? Let's see what we got next. All right, people. No, I want to come here. I'm coming here. I'm coming here. I'm sick of it, all right? So we're going to do a little reaction to this Jamal Bryant. Jamal Bryant, you and your wife, I need for y'all to come to the front of the congregation, brother and sister. I know my family members would have a field day with this, man. Shout out to a few of my family members. We got some pastors and stuff in the building. You know, people that are really living the scripture. You know what I'm saying? Not just talking about it and not just, you know what, let me not do that. Let me not do that. My bad. Because some of them see these live streams and I ain't trying to get beat up by family members. But I need for both of them to come to the front of the congregation because we need to have a conversation right now. I am so lost. Here we have Mr. Jamal Bryant, and I don't even know what his wife's name is, but let's just go ahead and y'all bear with me. This is gonna be tough. Let's go. Whoa, copyright, my bad. All right, let them. What do you guys think about this dress, man? This dress has literally been the talk of the internet for the last week and a half. I mean, people have been going ham about this. A pastor's wife shows up with this dress on. And, you know, some people are talking about, you know, it's not a nude dress. You know, I don't give a fat baby's tail if it's nude or not. Is this appropriate for a pastor's wife? Come on, man. And isn't she like a co-pastor at that? Come on, man. Is this Look at this. Bro, listen. Not even. This would be acceptable if you have one of those situations where you just kicking it with a chick and you don't plan on taking her home to mom's. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm just trying to get in where I fit in, bust it down. You know what I'm saying? We're going to bust the thing down and keep it pushing. But a wife, I don't know, is she a mother? I don't know. I have no idea. But is this appropriate for a mother, if she is a mother, a wife, a pastor's wife, somebody that claims to be a Christian? Like, you got to understand, like, when you have influence, you're going to have a lot of eyeballs on you, right? You got a lot of people that look up to you. So you got to be careful about what you do, what you say, what you wear. Like, all of those things should honestly go through your mind. Am I being the best representation for the next generation? Young girls that are looking up to me, is this the best way to go about doing this thing? I'm going to answer it for you. Absolutely not. Y'all know better, man. No. Heck no. Boy. Yo, bro, this is crazy. This dress says more about the... No. It says two things can be true at the same time. It says a lot about both of them. Listen, ain't nobody free from the smoke tonight, man. Like, this is unacceptable on both parts. Like, and if this guy calls himself a leader, if you are a pastor, you are a lead, like you're a shepherd over sheep. You have so many people follow you, including your wife. Like, yo, bro, you got to get control of this thing. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. You know what? Let me calm myself down and get a little drink of water. We have a young lady, right? We're gonna go through it. We have a young lady that's gonna give her take on this thing, right? And then we have Mr. Pastor Jamal Bryant. We're gonna hear from him after we hear from this young lady. All right, we're gonna let this nice little. I don't know, you know what? We're just gonna let her cook.
Jamal Bryant, let's be honest. That dress was inappropriate and your response was inappropriate. I don't care what nobody say, but that man is not a pastor. He is an entertainer and a mass manipulator. There is a time and a place for everything. And that little speech that he gave to his congregation was not the time nor the place. He definitely could have saved that for his podcast. Let me just say this. If any of his members of his congregation would have walked in his church with such a dress on, he would have had something to say, as well as the people in that congregation. And anybody who go to church, y'all know that I'm telling the damn truth. They would have judged that woman and been so judgmental towards her that it didn't make no goddamn sense. So don't sit up there and act like we the people are sitting here overreacting. I don't give a damn how T her body is or how good she looked in that dress, whatever the case may be. The shit was inappropriate. I don't care if she actually really wasn't showing flesh, skin, whatever the case may be. The dress was insinuating such. It was inappropriate, okay? So let's just be real. All the goddamn congregation and the people, he stood on business for his wife, whoop-de-woo. Baby, if that's what you call standing on business in a situation like that, then baby, we got bigger problems than we thought.
Man, listen, you know, outside of cursing, because I didn't really get a chance to view that thing all the way through. Y'all know if I did, we wouldn't have any cursing in there. I don't know, it's just something about, you know, people that curse while they talk, while they make a point, even though they might be hitting on all cylinders. I don't know, cursing just rubs me the wrong way. But I will say that I do agree with what this young lady was saying. Now, I do apologize because y'all didn't get the opportunity yet to hear this man defend these actions. So we're gonna give him a chance to cook. Now, he was cooking for about 3 minutes. I'm not letting that video play all the way through. Every time he says some BS that I disagree with, we gonna interrupt. Okay? If you want to watch this thing all the way through, go to TikTok and you can watch it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this thing, man. So after his wife went viral and people started calling him out and calling her out, he went back to church and was defending these actions. Yeah, he was defending. Okay. A true Christian won't judge. I'm sitting here reading these comments. We're going to get into them comments too. Boy, hey, I'm boiling over here. Hey.
The dress was not see-through. The dress was flesh color. I need to set the record straight. I bought the dress.
That's even worse. That don't make it no better. It don't make it no better, brother. You're wrong. I'm talking about butt backwards. Wrong. I don't give a duck. I don't care if it was I don't care if they sent it to you for free. Should not have worn that dress outside. I ain't even gonna say especially to an event like that, knowing good and well there's gonna be cameras, lights, media everywhere. You know what? This dude probably could have been trolling, to be honest with you, man. I know how, you know, people do things or whatever to get people talking again. This could just be an effort for him to get back in front of me. I don't know. It could be. You never know with these type of people that are starving for attention.
So you buying dresses now. Even the way he said that was a little
Okay, so this is not what I thought it was gonna be. Now we're gonna pull that up. Hold on. Hey, listen, we need this brother in the front of the congregation. Let me see. Let me see. How would we pull that up? Is this it right here? All right, I think hopefully this it. Is this it? I hope this it. This it. Hold on, y'all. My bad. KD fumbling the bag, ain't he? I need for y'all to bear with me. Like I said, most of these clips don't be...
Because there's a double standard in church when it relates to women, and it's abysmal hypocrisy. You got outer shape preachers
Wait a minute. Hold on.
who rail on modesty, but have
Wait. Yo, bro, that's crazy. My bad. It talks about the dress. Is this it? That's not it. About him. Do we got a better?
the other day the internet went
Let me
crazy.
make sure this is it.
Like it or
Okay, cool. This
the other day the internet went crazy about a dress my wife had on. Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College Fund. They never mentioned that she prayed until heaven came down. But insecure, jealous, petty, small-minded people got in their feelings and set up a false barometer of holiness based off of a dress.
Bro, no. Listen, the shaming tactics is not gonna work over here, brother. You can call people small-minded or what. No. People were calling her out. Listen, y'all raised $4 million. That is phenomenal. That's beautiful. But the moment y'all stepped out of that car and your wife showed up in that dress, like, bro, like, you knew that this was going to draw a lot of attention. I don't care what you say. I don't care what anybody says. They thought about it before they left that doggone house. When she put that thing on, he looked at her. Man, listen, you know what? Now, I'm just going to go ahead and rock with it. He shouldn't have. He should have trusted his better judgment and be like, you know what, babe? We're not going to do that. You know what? It's a beautiful dress. You look nice in it. But tonight is not about this. Tonight is about that fundraiser. So we don't want to, create too much input and bring too much attention to us. All right? Any leader in their right mind would have understood that. Like, listen, pull out for a second, the bigger picture. Let's look at the bigger picture. We want this night to be about the fund, whatever you're raising money for. We don't want to take any attention off of that. But, no, against your doggone better judgment, you still allowed this to take place instead of protecting your wife. This is another form of protection that a lot of people miss out on, right? That's your wife. You want to make sure that you protect her at all costs, knowing and understand how media works. When you step outside of that house, especially when you're going to a big event, then you need to make sure the people that you are with are on point. Listen, I don't want them to, take whatever it is that you're wearing or take whatever it is that you're going to say out of context. I want to make sure that I protect you as a man, as your husband, as the pastor of a church. I do not want millions of people to be sitting here creating any type of doggone narrative or whatever. I want to make sure that I do my very best to protect you and make sure that you're going to be good. And brother, you did not do that for her. You didn't. That's the reason why people are going ham, and you can't take the doggone cat out the bag and try to put it up. No, you set yourself up. You set your wife up. You allowed her to go outside like that instead of, baby, again, that dress looks beautiful. It's my bedtime. Y'all don't judge me. Don't judge. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know why it makes that noise. This is the Apple Watch. Anyway, yeah, he should have did a better job with protecting her.
The dress was not see-through. The dress was flesh color. I need to set the record straight. I bought the dress. And I like it. I don't care whether you like it or not. She ain't married to y'all. She married to me. If you wanted a first lady that looked like Little House on the Prairie and Holly Hobbie, you got the wrong church. I wanted a wife I would rush home to. that I wanted to be excited to see. When we walked in there, I said, shake it fast, watch yourself.
Please tell me that last part was AI, bro. Okay. All right. Now, I haven't consumed a lot of Jamal Bryant's content. Honestly, you know what I mean. It's kind of tough for me to listen to the brother. Obviously, the issue is, brother, y'all were going out in public, in the public eye, and I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but if I put a ring on somebody's finger, if I take your hand and I tell you, you are my wife, protection is going to be at the forefront of everything that we do. Make sure that we listen. Even if I gotta make sure that you on point. You know what I mean? And something as simple as making sure that you are covered. Like, do you not realize what title you hold? How much influence you have? And you're going about doing it the wrong way. And I'm sitting here looking at the people in the congregation. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Unfortunately, he still has a lot of lost sheep. Lost. Like, out here chasing their tail. You got people down in the congregation sitting there shaking their head like, yeah, just loud and wrong. Wrong. The dress was very inappropriate. I want to go back. I thought the dress was gorgeous. I bet you did. I bet you did. Lead by example. Actions conduct. Hey, shout out to CC, man. Both in public and private. Yes, indeed. Like, I don't see how you have people out there that move like this, that read and claim that they know and understand the Bible, and take that oath like before God, before the congregation. You made a commitment, and this is how, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Y'all mad about a dress. He literally, he preached about this. Y'all let me know. What do you guys think down in the comments about this, man? I think, again, this is completely out of line. I don't think that this is how you should move as a man that is a leader, right? I don't give a damn who you lead. You can be leading your own life. You do certain things with certain people, but this is a complete no. Like, protection, brother. Protection. You didn't protect her. So you can't get mad and get upset with the media when you see these posts, these news articles, these pictures, these entire podcasts where they're talking about your wife because you and her messed up. Two grown adults that y'all knew better. You knew better. Y'all let me know. What do you guys think in the comments about this, man? Whew, boy, good grief. Anyway, let's move on, man. We're gonna switch gears a little bit, man. It has been a minute. Since we have did a Kevin Samuels reaction video, man. But I've seen this video. Shout out to this content creator, man. I think I've seen their videos like 3 years ago, I believe. Hold on. What's going on?
What's going on, everyone, and welcome back.
All right, my bad. Yeah, we're gonna let that video play all the way through. You know what I'm saying? It's only right. But the thing that I want to point out here, because people always love to say that Kevin Samuels was just, being mean to women, black women specifically. And I think that it's funny, right, that you have what looks like a Caucasian man on this live stream, and I'm guessing he gonna give him some type of game. What they didn't realize is Kevin spent the majority, especially in the beginning of his time, focusing on helping men become better men, working harder, working more hours, stop being so dependent on everybody else. Like, the importance of fit, frames, footwear, fragrance, like the whole, like, if you really take it back, that's what that man talked about. Fragrance. He was really, really big on the smell goods and stuff like that, man. But y'all know how the media is, man. And we respect it. We respect it. They gonna always try to spin the narrative.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to save my commentary for the end of the video.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that.
All right.
I know these guys. Mike, what's going on? That's why I titled this show. I know these guys.
Got a little
I know
echo.
these guys. What's going on, Mike? What's going on?
What's going on, Mike? I mean, Mr. Samuel.
What's going on?
I just needed some assistance with, just how I carry myself overall and what I should do moving forward.
All right. How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Are you in college?
I'm not in college at the moment. I just got a full-time position at Bank of America as a teller.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay. He working?
Are you actively dating?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Are you actively dating?
Not at the moment. I actually just got out of a relationship about 5 months ago.
Damn. Hey, man, I just want to take a second, man, again to just I gotta soak this moment in, man. I really, honestly miss seeing these live streams, and it didn't have anything to do with going back and forth, because he did have his smoke shows or wherever when people call in and sit there and go back and forth with him. I really love and could really appreciate the amount of game that he gave to everybody. And when you called into his show, he used to always say, hello, or ask you his name, or ask you what your name is. Sometimes he would tell you what his name is or whatever, and what can I help you with? Like, that's how he greeted every show that I watched. That's what he did. Hello, I'm Kevin Samuels or whatever, blah blah blah, So, man, just give me a second just to soak it in, man. Again, shout out to Kevin Samuels, man. There has not been and there never will be another brother like him. Like, kicking game to a lot of the men that maybe either grew up with their fathers and, for whatever reason they're no longer here, or guys that didn't have their fathers in their lives at all. I think that he, again, gave a lot of game, man, and was raw and uncut and unfiltered. And that's honestly what a lot of young boys and young men needed. Like, seriously, a man that wasn't afraid to stand up to society, wasn't afraid to, stand 10 toes down on the things that he believed in, actually did his research, was actually in the field, and had experience, married, divorced, being with a woman with children, and I think he even started his own family with one of the women. But yeah, man, shout out to him, man. Definitely a legend.
All right. Are you still a virgin or not?
No, I'm not a virgin. I have 4 bodies on me.
Okay.
2 of them are prostitutes.
Whoa.
Still counts. So what do you mean about how you carry yourself, personally or professionally?
Personally, professionally, and with women.
Well, professionally, you need to work your ass off. If you got a job at Bank of America, you don't have a college degree, you're going to need to gain as much experience and volunteer for as many shitty assignments and learn as much as you can about the business. Mm-hmm. Your job between 20 and 30 is to keep your head down and learn as much as you can, 60 hours a week minimum. Okay? Now, because you got to figure out who it is you want to be, what it is you want to do. You're going to make a lot of errors. You got to try a lot of things to learn these things. Professionally, try to find a mentor inside of the organization. If it's not your manager, maybe it's an older rep, someone who can take you under their wing and teach you the ropes. That'll work itself out. personally, while you're out doing that, the main thing is, number one, make sure any interaction you have with women doesn't result in any kind of pregnancy. But at 20 years old, I would tell most of you 20-year-old guys to focus on your purpose and then having interactions with women, but not taking it too seriously. Do you want to get, at the end of the day,
You want to be married?
let's say when you're 40 years old, do you want to be married with children or something like that? What do you want 40-year-old you to look like?
Oh, I would love to have children. I'd love to have a beautiful wife that's also successful. And I'd also like to break this, cycle of poverty that I have within my family.
Oh, wait. I wanna point out something real quick, because the narrative that I continue to hear, I don't know about you guys, but the narrative that I continue to hear is most men don't want to be married. I wanted to point that out because I'm gonna do like a compilation of men getting on streams and stuff like this, and speaking against that. We might actually also have to figure out, because I'm pretty sure there's been a study done by the CDC or whatever. Somebody out there done did a doggone study. We might have to check out blackdemographics.com or something, because I'm pretty sure they have done a study of, or asking men, do you want to be married? And I guarantee most men honestly probably still want marriage. But, most men don't mind being used. They just don't want to be misused. And I don't think that a lot of these women that go out here and claim and say that most of these men out here don't want to be married, I think it's all cap.
Really.
Quite honestly, beautiful wife who's successful. So you want your wife to work?
That would be ideal. But then again, as a man, you would want to be the provider. So if I could make enough to where she would, could stay at home with the kids, that would be great.
See, therein lies the rub. Those are two different women. So if you are not a college grad and you want a woman to be successful, most successful women went to college. Most women look at men to have at least what they have. So if you want a professional wife, you're going to have to become a professional man.
And another thing about these streams, clarity. Like when people call, they got questions, or they think that they have the answers. Most of the time when they leave that stream, if it's not a whole bunch of back and forth, sometimes it is or whatever, but they get clarity. So he'll ask questions, and he'll give you either some pointers, or he'll point out things like this. Like, you can't have both, bro. You can't have a successful wife that that works and also a stay-at-home wife. Like, you got to pick one. Do you want a young lady that's going to stay at home, take care of the children, take care of the house, or do you want a woman, where y'all are going to be both working and both taking care of the household? You can't have both, bro. She can't, unless she can, split her damn DNA up or whatever, or create a clone or whatnot. No, you got to pick one. You got to go, either you're gonna go after the woman that has that type of drive where she wants to be out in the field and work, or are you gonna have to go after a woman that wants to be a stay-at-home wife, 9 times out of 10 that can cook, that loves to clean? Because what I have seen is it's either in them or it ain't. It's either in there or it ain't. You very rarely see women that want to work, that want to go out here and make their own money, that just flip-flops. Go from being that driven, successful woman that went to college, like everything that Kevin Samuels is saying, and switch and just be, a great stay-at-home wife. Stays at home, make sure the house is clean, make sure the food is cooked on time. And I've never seen it. I've never seen that flip-flop. It might be some out there, very, very rare, but yeah, I've never seen it.
That's just something to consider. But what I heard you say is you would love to have a beautiful wife and be successful and break the cycle of poverty. The best way you avoid helping poor people is don't become one. But what I'm kind of hearing in you is you want a woman. You want a woman now.
Yes, I do, 100%.
Right. What does your father have to say about this?
Great question.
My father passed away when I was 12, and before that, he wasn't really in my life. He was, an alcoholic.
Like most of us single mother-raised boys, we always are looking to replace our love from our mothers. That is going to be a huge, huge problem, blind spot for you. Huge blind spot because beta males, it's more of a beta tendency to long for the love of a good woman. Alpha males tend to want to just roam and do their things, but most guys are either stuck in the point where they want either short-term or long-term monogamous relationships or committed relationships. I would suggest this: do you have any good friends like your Rat Pack, guys that you trust their judgment as much as your own?
I have one or two.
You're going to need about 5. And every woman that you will consider making serious in your life, you need to run her through the gauntlet. And if anyone comes back with a ding on her whole facts, you do not take her seriously. That is until you develop the experience and the maturity to be able to pick well for yourself. Because as a single mother-led young man who's out there working, you are more than likely going to pick the wrong woman. And you're going to pick her and fall in love with it.
Hey, man, this is like every single last video, man. This brother, he literally be cooking. Shout out to this young brother. He hasn't really interrupted him. And what I will say about a lot of guys, and I would say to an extent, a good portion of the guys that I hung around with had this very freaking issue, bro, where even though you had some guys like myself, they're like, yo, that ain't really the type of chick that I think that you should be wifing up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just tread lightly with that one. You know what I'm saying? Like she got some tendencies about herself, and I do mean whole tendencies. You know what I mean? And listen, a lot of guys are scared to take their girls through the ringer. They're afraid that she's going to flunk that test and they're going to have to give her up. They're going to have to... Listen, brother, trust and believe. You want to do this now, and it'll save you a headache later on. Now, I'm not saying that, you get your guys to, I don't know, inbox or try to holler. I'm not saying that. No. What I would say is, I don't know, this is probably not, something that Kevin's saying, but what I would say is you want to see how that young lady operates. You want to see how she operates when she is around other men. Pay close attention. You want to see how she operates when she's around her family. You also want to see how she operates when she's out in public. Man, listen. It's so many different cases where you take a young lady through those different scenarios or whatever, and you'll easily be able to tell if she has those tendencies or not. Around her family, around, I don't know if you want to take her around your family just yet. You want to take her through the gauntlet first, her family, her friends, because if she's with that doggone, that girl code, stay away from them chicks. Stay away from them chicks. You got a lot of chicks that will, be cool and won't show that side, so they get around their friends. They get around. You like, who the hell is this? Who is this person? This ain't the same chick that I was dealing with. You want to see all areas, and if you see any signs, you know what I'm saying, I would just say be careful.
Because you kind of come off as that guy who's, I'm looking for love, which is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But in today's environment,
there's some vultures out there, boy.
You need to get more than one opinion before a man as you commit until you can know that you can make the right choice. Did you break up with your ex or did she break up with you?
Good question.
I broke up with her.
Why did you break up with her?
Well, one night when we were drinking, I had wound up picking up her phone, and I used her.
She cheated. So
Yes.
basically,
Dang.
okay.
So
Ah.
not sexually.
Doesn't matter. She didn't respect you. So you did have the balls to walk away, but she had already ended the relationship. You just caught her before she was out the door.
Damn.
That means you chose wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Just take the lesson. You were able to walk away. Don't take her back. Don't talk to her. Leave her alone. She stays in the trash heap. But you picked wrong. Take the lesson. We've all, a lot of us who've been raised this way, pick wrong. And often we get cheated on. How do you think you learn to become a better version, to get to a point to where I don't have these problems anymore? You become better at vetting.
Facts. Facts. Hold on. Wait. Facts. Instead of getting bitter, which happens to a lot of people when they're in a relationship or whatever for too long or whatnot, you got a person that is either being disrespectful, a person that you can't trust or whatever. Most of those people during and after a relationship, instead of them getting better, they get bitter. They get bitter and they literally jump from one relationship to the next. They jump from one person and they end up getting into a situation with another person that acts exactly like they ex. You moved on too fast. You didn't learn anything from the situation. And you thought, oh, the best, what is that saying? The best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody. That is just hey man, that's crazy work right there. Crazy work. But again, you have to appreciate how he's pretty much asking him questions. And like, yo, it is so many guys that's going through the exact same thing that you are going through, but he's putting it out there like, listen, you need to take accountability. You chose wrong. You messed up. And so there's something about you that you need to fix before you move forward into the next relationship. Because listen, this can continue and will continue to happen if you don't fix your issues. You grew up without a father in your life, right? So moving forward, it might be, and I don't know if he's going to say this, get you a mentor, somebody that's going to help you, that's going to teach you all of those things that your father didn't teach you growing up. Like, it's that kick in the butt that a lot of these young brothers need, women too, but a lot of these young brothers that was called into the show, I can appreciate that it wasn't too much pushback when he said that. Oh, okay, so she had already cheated. She was already out, she was already on her way out the door. You just caught her before. You start picking up them signs. But I guarantee you those exact same signs had already appeared long before this. Stop looking for love and look more or pay attention to respect. Because if that woman really loves you, she's going to respect you. She's going to do whatever she has to do to make those adjustments, and make sure, listen, I'm not under no circumstance I'm gonna disrespect this guy, this brother, or whatever. I'm gonna make sure that that's the last thing. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen a lot of. I don't want to make this thing too personal, man, because I have some people that's in my circle that had to go through this dealings with women that didn't respect them, had children by women that didn't respect them. And, my advice to them are, having conversations and stuff through them, because I always try to I'll give advice if they ask for it, but if we just having a conversation, we just shooting the issue, whatever, I always get them to understand, like, bro, like, in order for me to attract better women, I had to become better. I had to work on me, my mindset. You know what I mean? I was an angry guy. I wore my heart on my sleeve, and a lot of those women that I attracted around that time, they were pretty much the same. Wore their heart on their sleeve, no emotional intelligence, lashing out and things like that. Believe it or not, you are who you attract. 9 times out of 10. that person probably have the exact same issues that you have. It may not be to the magnitude of yours, you know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you, it's in there, and it comes out, man. So yeah, I'm gonna let Kevin cook. My bad.
Keep your head down. Stay in your purpose. Get a mentor at work. Work your
There it
ass off.
is.
Get a part-time job.
Yep.
Women are for fun.
They're gonna come.
You don't need to be starting thinking about a woman until you're about 35. When you're 35, you go get your 23-year-old wife or 24-year-old wife. By that time, by that time, you'll have had enough industry experience, money, and you'll have a big enough disparity between your age to where she'll still look at you in a level of reverence and respect. Do not try to make a relationship with women your age. They will not.
Now, I don't know about all that. You know what I mean? I don't know. 23 is crazy. 35, 23, that's a little different. I mean, I don't know. I just see things a little different. You know, I think the majority of my life, the women that I talk to are actually older than me. And depending on the guy, depending on how you come, they will respect it. You know what I mean? But you just got to make sure that you're that guy. All right? If you're that guy, in most cases, they're going to respect it. And if you approach the situation like this, you got to be willing and ready to leave at any time. You know what I mean? Like they need to know and understand. I'm not saying throw that at their face, but they need to know, hey, if I mess up with him, you know what I'm saying? He walking out. There is no doubt about it. And again, not rubbing in their face, but there are the guy that has his ish together, right? The guy that is a masculine man, that is a leader, that's doing the things that he needs to do. He's taking care of himself or whatever. Like, those guys are always going to be hot commodities. Those guys are always going to be the type of men that women desire. They would be willing to do any and everything for it don't matter. Any time of the night, listen, yo, what you up to? What do you need from me? Do you want a sandwich? Like, is the person that you around, are they cooking? Listen, I got some crazy stories to tell. They will be willing to drop everything at any given moment for certain type of men, and it don't matter what your age is. It don't matter if you're younger. It don't matter if you're the same age. None of that stuff matters. And this is why I tell guys, you got to constantly be looking to improve and be better, because you're going to always be desired if you approach life in that manner. Be better than you were the day before.
I look at you on the same level, especially if they have a college degree. Go ahead.
I just want to say, like, you know, it'd just be great to have somebody to talk to. It feels like I don't have anybody to vent to, no open ears. You know, that's why I want a woman, somebody to confide in.
No. Oh, John. See, okay, now I'm about to take my belt off. I'm about to whoop your ass now.
Please tear me apart, man.
Every woman is not your fucking mother.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother is the only woman you can talk to and vent to because she had you, she bore you. These other women don't owe you the love a mother owes you. Their love is conditional, and it should be. Women have hypergamy. Understand something. That fairy tale shit is, that's why you're imbalanced, because you didn't have a dad and a mother. You want to talk to your friends. You need a mentor and a coach, because daddy ain't there.
Yep.
But you don't talk to your woman. You want to.
So let me before he gets into this, because I don't know if he's gonna cover this. There is a very, very small percentage of women that you can honestly not only trust, but only a few amount of women that can really understand a man's perspective. Because again, when you look at most families, most children, that's men, women, boys, and girls, they come from a single parent household. Most of them don't have their dads in their lives. And so when you speak and you're talking to a woman, it's almost like playing Marco Polo. They're not going to be able to understand that, right? That's one layer. Another layer is you got a lot of women out there that's here for a good time, not a long time. They don't understand what love is. They don't understand what commitment is. And when they're not feeling a certain type of way, they're going to leave the relationship. And all of those things that y'all talked about and everything, you never know if that thing will get spread. So I'm not saying all, but there is a overwhelming majority of women out there that aren't going to be able to relate. So what you need to do is get you a coach, get you a mentor, get you some men around that you can honestly trust. Y'all are going to be able to relate. Y'all are going to be able to bounce ideas off each other, talk to each other, and make it make sense. But most women are just not going to be able to understand a man's problems, a man's issues. And so that's why you have those guys, to be able to have those type of conversations and stuff with. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're going through things, sometimes you're going to need somebody like Kevin Samuels or your dad or your homeboys that's going to give you that kick. Hey, come on, man. You got to keep pushing. Hey, listen, I'm not about to sit here and feel sorry for you. Okay? Listen, if you need a helping hand, I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? What we need to work on. Because most of the time, men are solution based. Like, listen, we're going to help you get to a solution. If you need to sit here, you need to cry, you need to get it out, cool. I'll listen to you. But you just spent 5 minutes crying and complaining. Now we're going to spend the next 10 to 15 trying to figure out this thing. How are we going to get past through? How are we going to get through the storm? But again, it's only a very, very small percentage of women out there that have had their dad in their life or have had a masculine man in their life that's going to help them. They've pretty much lived with those men throughout their entire life, so they know and they understand. Again, they would have to have those type of masculine alpha males in their lives in order to really be able to grasp and understand, what a man goes through, sort of kind of to be able to relate. Very, very small percentage.
You want to lose a good woman? Go and talk to her about your problems. Go talk to her about shit that's going on.
He laughing.
She'll be fucking your best friend by Saturday. Man, you better come on in. You want to keep a relationship going? You stay in the masculine role. You let your woman stay in the feminine role. She gets to vent and download to you. Mm-hmm. You go talk to the goddamn tree. You only cry in front of your woman when an immediate family member dies or when you break both arms. And then you can only cry for about 3 seconds. Man, the fuck up. Get off this Disney rom-com bullshit. Mm-hmm. That's what has most of us single mother raised boys fucked up blue pill beta male soy boys. Mm-hmm. You ain't got the nerve to be mad at women because we bitches. Nope.
Clip that, right? All those, conversations that he's had, I would say he has never been that direct or that mean to any woman that has called his platform, right? Because again, this guy has been nothing but respectful to him, right? Hasn't, called him any names, any type of attacks or anything like that. Giving it to him straight, being completely honest with, listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat, I'm not going to candy coat this thing. People have probably been doing it your entire life. That hasn't worked. So I'm about to give you some game right now.
Become the man of your dreams before you find the woman of yours. Feel me?
That's going to take some time.
That's why I say you got 15 years.
Supposed to.
What the fuck you waiting for, man? You ain't even but 20, man. Do you realize I laugh at 20-year-olds? Dude, 10 years ago, you was in the 4th grade. What you rushing to get to the end for? Mm-hmm. Life is long, bro. Life is real long. But they ain't gonna take my advice. Go fall in love next week. Go out here and fuck around with a single mama and shoot your load up in her and give her a baby. Have that shit break up and be on child support. Then have to work 2 jobs because you can't afford to do nothing else. Then see what happened. I've already told you what to do.
Now it is a little bit of pushback. So like we got, am I not on my Yo, I'm on the wrong doggone YouTube channel, man. We not on my premium account. I want to switch that thing right now for real. But I want. Oh, let me pause this real quick. I want to point out something because now we're starting to get a little bit of pushback. I don't understand what he's in a rush. Like why are you in a rush, my brother? Like why are you trying to rush the process? Trust the process. Like you called there for some advice, right? I'm gonna give you some advice. Like people want that easy bake oven, minute made crap. It don't work like that. Success does not come overnight. It comes in time. Repetition. You got to get used to doing ish that you don't like over and over and over. Listen, I am obsessed with routine. Like man, let me tell y'all something. Y'all thought that I was going hard, in them other previous years. I'm gonna give y'all some insight. Probably next month. I'm gonna show y'all what real hard work honestly looks like, man. Like real grinding, consistency. It's coming, boy. No, my bad. But yeah, it's gonna take time, man. And you should want it to take time. You should not want anything that's gonna come quick, bro. You shouldn't.
You don't deserve a relationship at 20 years old because the real talk, you ain't got nothing. You can't provide for a woman. You can't provide for yourself.
Nope.
You got no money, no security,
Nope.
no insurance, no nothing. If you found a woman of your dreams, y'all got married next week. She got pregnant. Can you take care of a baby?
Nope. Be honest.
Yeah, potentially.
No, you can't. Not well.
Bro.
Not well.
How much are you making at the bank?
I make about 1,000 every 2 weeks.
$24,000 a year. So you make $12 an hour.
17.
17. So, okay. That's great for a 20-year-old.
Yeah, bro.
But it ain't shit for a husband and a kid.
Yeah, that's bro.
Broke as shit.
Yep.
That's why I mean you're not ready. You're not even emotionally ready.
Nope. And that's the main
But
thing.
you're trying to feel with a woman what manhood and masculinity and purpose should feel for you. Women are add-ons to a man who's already living a fulfilled life.
Mm-hmm.
She's not there to be your purpose.
And see, and that's the biggest freaking thing out of all of this, bro. How in the world do you expect to lead anybody when you don't know where the hell you're going? You don't have any real purpose. You work at the bank. Cool. What's your plan? Where do you see yourself in the next couple of years or whatever? Do you have any plan? When you're feeling down or whatever, you gonna run to her and cry to her? What do you think she's gonna think? The person that I trust to be strong for our family. Again, he's you get married and get a child. The person that I expect and I want to be strong for me, to be strong for us, he don't know what the heck going. He's breaking down. And see, that's another thing, the mental that goes along with that. Do you know and understand the weight that you are going to be carrying when you get a wife and a child? Bro, that's a lot, especially at that age. And you already talking about, look, I need a woman that I can come home to and talk about my feelings with. Get out.
Women don't like to be that for men. That's why they cheat on you. You put too much pressure on a woman when you try to make her your world.
Mm.
They're not built for this shit, man. Mm. So when you say I want a successful woman, that's why I stopped you. I was like, ooh. What means you want a successful woman is because you ain't going out making plenty of money for yourself. Why don't you make that $200,000 for yourself and then have your woman stay at home?
Man, that's easier said than done. I don't know where to go.
Okay, how about this then?
Work.
Keep going home and having your girl texting other motherfuckers. Was that easy? Was it easy?
Honest question.
Picking up a phone, seeing what you saw?
Of course it wasn't easy. I had to sleep with her.
Then there you go.
Had to wake up and tell her to get the fuck out of my crib.
Well, yeah, you can tell you that, but the point is, you can talk tough like that.
Oh man, yo, you tell that brother upset, but listen, man, you literally you did it to yourself, man. As men, you cannot wear your heart on your sleeve. You just can't. You have to have enough emotional intelligence to understand that. Like, women can sniff that thing out from a mile away. If you're not one of those confident guys that just, know he got it going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to be careful, man.
But you got to pick. Either put yourself in a position to be a man to where she would not even dare think about doing that because the consequences are too high.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't want that to happen, or you become a beta male.
Mm-hmm.
And then take your shot.
And see, here's the thing. I want to also point this out right here, because you got people out there that, might be outliers, right? You got women out there that say, listen, I don't care what a guy got going on. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't feeling it, cool. But here's the thing about, again, being a hot commodity. You don't give a damn either. It's like this. A person that has, I'm not going to say unlimited amount of options, but a person that know they got their ish together, they know that those choices, that those options are going to come by the busload. So if, you decide to do whatever it is that you want to do, cool. I support it. Do what you do. And I ain't even going to say it like that.
The rules haven't changed. It's just the way men look at the world are, especially you younger guys. But there you go, man. Hope that helps you out, man. I got to run. This show's ran too long.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Samuels. I hope you have a great night. Thanks for everything.
No problem. Peace.
This conversation wasn't a...
Man, again, shout out to Kevin Samuels, man. I still think that this was still a respectful conversation, because he could have went a lot more ham than what he did. This brother came to him for some advice. And again, these people know and understand how he conducts his show. They know how he talks. And nobody is putting a gun to your head and making you call up there and ask this man a question and give his personal and professional opinion. You dial that number. You click that button. He didn't. So all those people out there that be feeling some type of way about him, about his show, he's not forcing you to do anything. So if you don't want to get any smoke or whatever, you ain't got to call to the show. You can just sit there and watch, or you can go to another channel. All right? If you want somebody that's going to sugarcoat, if you want somebody that's going to lie to you, go to Derek Jackson's page. All right? Or go to Jamal Bryant's church. All right? It's plenty of them doggone conversations being had over there on them platforms. All right? And around in those circles. But if you want to improve, if you want to be better, you want to do better, you want to get better results in life, then it's important that you stay around people like this that's going to be honest with you. Even though people can't, like they for some reason, people hate to hear it. They hate to hear the truth. It's hard for them to be around people that have that type of mindset that wants to improve. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because all those people out there that, if it's hard for you, you feel like, just get out of their way. Move. All right? Get your butt out of the way. I would hope that most people will see the error in their ways. They would want to change. That's what I want for everybody. I want everybody to improve. But again, you got some people out there that are just lazy. They make excuses. And, again, they need to kick in their doggone fanny. But shout out to Kevin Samuels, man. I think that this was one of the dopest videos that I've seen in a while. Just sitting there listening to, how he does this thing, man. Again, that's why I say it would never be anybody like it. The way that he's able to, invite people onto his show, ask questions, listen to what they got to say, give his personal and professional opinion and be hitting on all freaking cylinders, man. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, man. Y'all let me know. What do you guys think down in the comments about this, man? It was definitely a breath of fresh air to finally be able to see my boy in action again, man. Still, like almost like a bittersweet moment, man. Really was. One of my things was I would have loved to do like a little collab with Kevin Samuels. Like I know he did a video with MTR where they were doing like public interviews, man. That was dope. But yeah, y'all let me know what you guys think down in the comments about this, all right? All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Again, man, shout out to Kevin Samuels. Let's see what we got here. Yes, sir. All right, peeps. Did all this to the side. Make sure I ain't got my websites up. I'm joking. Y'all. Now we ain't doing it. What is this? Okay. So this was a clip that I had seen, or a picture that I had seen online, man, and I wanted to talk about this really, really quickly. So stuff like this, it honestly just warms my freaking heart, man. I absolutely love to see stuff like this. You have a family that was able to put aside their differences, because I'm pretty sure with all them people, you probably got a lot of people arguing, fussing, and cussing, and doing all this other stuff. But this family, and this is probably like a year old, all the stuff is a year old, on Thanksgiving at their grandma's house, after putting aside all their differences, like their grandma wanted. So I'm guessing grandma is no longer here, but I would love to honestly get back to things like this. My grandmother actually passed away a day after I graduated from high school. The day after, I never forget it, man. Got the phone call, and I was at my girlfriend's house at the time, and I remember just standing outside, man. I don't know, man. I was just out of it. That was a very, very tough moment for me. Tough day, week, month. Even thinking about it, man, it's still tough. She was literally she was everything. I probably kicked it with my grandma, really kicked it with my grandma more than, any of our other grandchildren. We would just sit in the living room, talk, watch Wheel of Fortune, watch Jeopardy, watch, what is it? The Price is Right, watch Let's Make a Deal. Man, she always, cook her biscuits, and man, it was just a beautiful thing. She was actually one of the ones that actually helped me save my money. So I was never really a big spender. I used to always, give my money to her. She'll have it wrapped up in some tissue or whatever. Like, grandma, I got some more money. I made some money, cutting grass, raking leaves, washing dogs, washing car. We did everything, man, especially with them selling pecans. That was my thing back in the day. And I would give my money to her. And, she would go in the back, whatever, come out, have a nice little watch. I used to have a lot of ones, too, because I wanted that thing to look real big or whatever. Man, it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. But I'm saying all that to say this. It was a time where we used to entire family, my, of course, sisters, brothers, my aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, not nieces, nephews, because they weren't really that old. And, my mom, everybody, we would all meet at grandma's for Thanksgiving, man. And that's when that's when they really threw down. Well, you talking about some good eating. I'm a country boy. So we grub, y'all. I'm talking about feast. 2-3 plates coming up out of that thing. We would spend the night at her house for Christmas. And man, those were like some of the best freaking times, man. And it was only a brief, I'm saying only, but that was actually kind of big. That was big to be 3 bedroom, 1 bath. And she was like one of the only people I knew that had like a washer and dryer. And, it used to always be warm over there. But anyway, man, we would always meet over there, man. And them were some of the best freaking holidays. Everybody up under the same roof. Even though some people had to work, so, they came in at different times, but I got the opportunity to sit there for the entire day and see everybody kind of come and go. And I've always been one of those people that just soaked everything up. But I'm saying all that to say this, man. This is something that, honestly, something that I really want to do. On my other YouTube channel, GQ Real Estate. That's a big reason why I started that channel. The goal is to buy this land so that, hopefully we can get the entire family back together. And I don't know, take a picture like this, man, just to have everybody set aside their differences and just be a big, happy family again. That would be freaking amazing if we can, do that in 2026, because we are really, really close to our goal. So, yeah, man, I just had to share that with you guys, man, and whatnot, what have you. Y'all let me know, what do you guys think about that, man? Do y'all, or are y'all, or have y'all been in, a situation like that maybe before a close family member passed by, and, it was like that. Just cool family. Y'all let me know. Let me know down in the comments, all right? All right, let's jump into this next situation for the night. What we got? We're going to go ahead and get into a clip. So, this clip, ladies and gentlemen, this clip actually came from a podcast. Shout out to the Truth Podcast, man. We used to host this podcast back in 2020, and it carried over, and we actually had, I believe this is like season 2 or season 3. Like we were really kicking it off, but we were having a discussion about Tia Mowry, right? Hold on, let me get this out of the way because y'all can't even see your boy up there. Let me put myself up here. Here we go. Yeah, so this is some of the people that were on the panel. As you can see, we got your boy, K Dizzle. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got Tina down at the bottom. We got my boy, Brody, and Miss Angel, which was one of the young ladies that I had met through a company that I was doing social media management for. And my boy, D, a.k.a. Devontae. All right? So we were having a conversation, and Angel's sister decided that she was going to jump into the podcast and, just ask some questions. So I thought that this was very, very interesting, right? Guys, this is what when I say you got to be able to stand on your square and also prepare yourself. When you are on panels, when you are on social media, when you are, let's say, having certain conversations, you need to know and understand that people are going to come for you. They're going to come for your masculinity. They're going to come for, they're going to ask you questions. They're going to try to, poke fun at you or try to get one of those gotcha moments. You have to already have in mind or already maybe have a conversation with yourself about potential questions that people might throw at you. And so your boy was already real prepared. I'm going to let y'all see it. Y'all let me know what you guys think down in the comments. All right. Let's get it.
Or notice like when a woman has to go to work and has to go and pay bills and, or they reach a certain level of position and stuff like that, they become more masculine. But if they are more of a helpmate, like you said, and a nurturer at the house, they become more 100% feminine because, women naturally are feminine. They're in their natural femininity. When they have to go out and do things, then they got to step outside of their femininity in a way. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to disagree with you a little. Did y'all see my face? Like, my boy normally be clicking, but I don't necessarily agree with that. On that, brother. The reason why I say that is because, again, I see it. I see plenty of women that are CEOs of companies that still, again, when you're the CEO, when you're over a company, you have to manage. You have to be in your, I don't want to say masculine, but you have to. You're over people. But those women still come home and understand that he is still the head of the house because that's how they were brought up. It's in them. It's a part of who they are. Like my femininity, it's not necessarily like I turn it on and turn it off. I understand and I know when I walk into this house, that man is the head of the house, and I'm not trying to, be aggressive or be masculine towards my husband because I understand that my mom put that in me. My grandmother put that in me. The women around me, they put me like we understand that. I think that we get lost in the sauce a lot of times, and we want to give people, like an out. Mm-hmm. But when in reality, a lot of people are always fighting for equality and all this other stuff. You can't come home and be feminine, and that woman look at you the same in most cases. You come home switching or with a broke wrist. I mean, even if it's just for a little bit, what they gonna look at you as? Like, yeah, nah, fam. I'm just saying.
I got a quick my sister had came in while we was talking and she just had a quick comment. Is that okay? Or a quick question?
Yeah,
okay.
There we go.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
My name is Daddy.
My name's Cece.
Nice to meet you, Cece.
I was just curious as to if you were raised in a one parent household.
See now, you know that, don't you?
Yes, I was.
And was that by your mom or your dad?
My mom.
All right, so with me, I've dealt with, a lot of people or whatever. I feel like men that are raised in a house with a single female, they tend to think like you, versus a man who has both parents in the house. So he understands, that the difference between having, a mom and a dad versus just a mom. I feel like when a guy is raised by his mom, he's like very dependent on the female. Not when it comes to like financial reasons, but everything else, yeah, I feel like a man depends on a female.
So
and it's usually like that when they raised by a female.
So break that down for me. When you say dependent on a woman, can you break that down so we can? So before I give any pushback, I want to make sure that I have clarity. All right, because again, we can go left and right with this thing, but it's important that you get the facts. So when they say stuff like that, zero in on, okay, all right, so before I get my pushback, let me get a little bit of clarity before I go ahead and cook you. Now, this. You can see her.
You want her to wash your clothes. You want her to cook your meals. You want her to watch the kids all the time. You want her to basically do everything around the house. But say if you were single, who would be doing those things?
So I do all of those things. I do every single last thing that you just named, outside of the kids, of course. But yeah, I do all of those things.
And so for a female, I think that's what she was saying with the nowadays type females. Like guys expect the female to go to work and provide for herself and her kids if she has them. But you also want her to take care of you in return. And what in return are you giving her?
Okay, so
besides the same thing that she's already given herself, what in return can you give her?
We went outside of because you were speaking about me.
I'm sorry, I definitely walked in on a conversation that I ain't know nothing about. I didn't know where it started or anything. I just heard some stuff and I'm like, hold on. I was just talking about this last night to somebody else.
Right. So it's all good. So again, first you were speaking, you asked me some questions about me, and then you start to speak about other men. So I would rather, like, if we're gonna keep this on a personal level, let's keep this on me, about me. So
when I said other men, it was like basically other men who were raised by just a female in the household.
Right. So and what I was saying was all of those things that you named, I do all of those things myself. Like this house that I'm living in, that I pay the bills for, I do everything in here. I cook, I clean, I do everything. And I don't need a young lady or depend on a young lady for any of those things.
I would hope so. But once you get into a relationship with a female, what do you expect her to do?
Well, I mean, she's going to take care of everything because the bills and everything are provided. Like all of that stuff is. So, what do you think a young lady's job is to do while I'm out doing everything else? Oh,
got
oh.
Well, if you're providing, you know what I'm saying, if you're providing with paying the bills, you know, rent or whatever, mortgage, whatever it is, nevertheless, I don't expect to be a female that has to do every single thing in the house by myself. No, I do expect for me to get help with dishes, and I do expect to get help with dinner, and I do expect to get help with the kids. But your question was, what is my job? My job is, my job is to make sure dinner is ready. My job is to make sure the house is clean.
Hold on, before she finishes, I want to point out something, right? The scenario that I just gave her is because she said, you know, once you get in a relationship or whatever, if you have a man that is paying the bills or whatever, you know, in his house or whatever, and he's taking care of all those things. On the same token, she knows and understands that she's like, I still don't want to be responsible for everything around the house. It's only two people in the damn house. Like, what do you mean? And even if it was, you know, something, everything else is being taken care of. Why do you have an issue with the basics? Cooking and cleaning. What?
And I also feel like if a man falls off, then my job is to, you know what I'm saying, step in and, you know, provide wherever he's lacking. But how can I do that if I ain't working and making no money?
And all that stuff is, see, again, when you get with a certain type of guy, all of this stuff is already taken care of.
Life happens.
The bills, listen to me, again, when you're dealing with certain type of men, the bills are already paid up. House is already almost paid off. You don't have to worry about this stuff. You already got money in your bank account that man is making sure that you're taken care of. Again, society wants us to believe that these guys are not out here, but the reality is they actually are.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 34.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
Yo, I thought that was a dope clip, man. Not just because of a gotcha moment, but here we had somebody that was on the outside looking in, and she said, listen, I just had a conversation with somebody like this, and I want y'all to pay attention how she was doing her head and her neck and everything else. Like, listen, I'm about to cook you too. I just spoke and dealt with a guy just like you that came from a single parent household or whatever. So I already know your type. I already know how you think. I know how you move. Let's see. And let's stay there. Don't try to switch. That's the main thing. You're gonna have people out there that are gonna try to move the goalposts. Stay right there. We're not gonna move. We're not gonna sway back and forth. No, let's keep it on me. We're talking about me. Keep it right here. All right. And man, I thought that was just a beautiful clip. I just had to react to it, man. Shout out to the young lady that came through, and it was still a respectful conversation. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate a little bit of combativeness. You know, because the main thing about me is I don't want to live in an echo chamber. I actually prefer to have people on there that don't mind, you know, either questioning or having a conversation about something. That's what makes for a better conversation. And it kind of makes me think as well, like, you know what? I could have handled this better. Or, you know, maybe I should have said this, maybe I should have said that or whatever, man. It just makes your talking points stronger. It makes you, hopefully it makes you a better communicator. So, yeah, definitely appreciate her for coming through, man. But y'all let me know, what do you guys think in the comments about that particular clip? Let go. All right. So, yes, sir. Wait. I want that back. I'll go back and get it. So, What we got? We're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna talk about this. So, what are y'all thoughts about Kevin Gates? I know it's been a minute. Whoa. What happened? What the hell? Wait. What did I do? What did I do? What? All right, my bad, y'all. I don't know what the heck just happened. Okay, let's try this again. What the heck is going on, man? What's going on, man? All right, so are we good now? You good? So let's have a conversation about this. Mr. Kevin Gates. And I think his wife's name was Drika Gates. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I didn't really hear about them too. I didn't really hear about her too much. I did hear about the music video that he did. I heard about the song. And I'm guessing, I don't know, I'm guessing that was about her. I'm guessing it was real. But anyway, Kevin Gates' wife, which I believe they done separated. I don't know if they've gotten a divorce yet. Says he's the only man she's ever been with. How many of y'all honestly believe that? Find you a good woman, take care of her, and settle down. I don't know. I don't know if we would classify her, because from the song that I heard, he said something about her and a personal trainer. All right. I don't think that this information is just, you know what I'm saying, just some smoke that he's putting out there. Especially not to your wife, somebody that you love, somebody that you respect, somebody that you done, came in the game with or whatever. I don't think that them was lies, man. He was saying something about personal trainer invaded his personal space or whatever, and it kind of messed him up. I think that is cap. I honestly believe that is cap, man. Now Drika, she looks like a nice looking young lady. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know, man. It was just something about her look that, and then the fact that she is with, or she was with somebody like Kevin Gates. I just wouldn't trust it. I just honestly wouldn't trust it, man. I don't know. They've been married since 2015. Cause he said some other stuff in that song. I think he said something about, the people around him. I don't know if that was directed towards her, but basically wanted to keep him on drugs and keep him numb to everything that was going on, which I've heard, this has been the case with a lot of rappers or whatever, because you got to think about it. With her being the wife, she's the major person that's benefiting from his success. And if you got somebody that's rapping, you got somebody that's touring, you got somebody that's always on drugs or high or whatever, you don't have to deal with them. You rarely have to deal with them like that. And so, she could potentially be living her best mother-loving life while, this guy, again, is touring, in the studio, high or whatever is going on, while she out here enjoying and spending that mother-loving money and living inside their big house or whatever they got. So, do I believe that Kevin Gates was Drika's only? I don't think so. I don't think so. I ain't really hear too much about it, man, but I am a firm believer in, I can almost look at somebody and tell. Almost. They say that the eyes are like the gateway to the soul. Like I can literally look at, I'm not saying she's a 304, but I can literally look at a 304 and tell. It's like when you look into their eyes, it's like a disconnection or something that's there. I'm not saying that she done made it all the way to that status, but I'm just saying I'm not really wrong on these things most of the time. What do y'all got? What do y'all think? Do y'all believe that Drika Gates was Kevin Gates was her only, the only man that she's been with her entire life? Let me know. Let me know down in the comments. And to tell you the truth, I don't really follow rappers. I definitely don't really follow Kevin Gates like that. I did a few different videos and stuff about him trolling Savannah James and LeBron James and stuff, but nothing really major. I've heard a few of his songs. Some of them are actually kind of dope, but I don't really follow him like that. What do y'all think? Do y'all believe that song that he came out, I think it's called like General or something like that? Do y'all believe that what he was saying in those lyrics in that song was true? Or do y'all believe her? Let me know down in the comments, man. Let's talk about it. All right. Let's see what we got here. Checking the cash. Checking the cash. Y'all hold on one second. Hit them with that. Yay, cuz. Because it's my stream and I do what I want to do, player. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, little lover, the underdogs on top. And I'm going to shine on you until I'm... Well, from beginning to the end. Losers lose, winners win. Yeah. I tell y'all one thing, Bo. I make this thing look good. You hear me? I make this thing look real good. I tell y'all one thing. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing on my doggone phone. Where is my phone? That is so weird, bro. That is so gnarly. Oh. All right, let's see what we got here, man. We got a few more things we got to go over. Let's start with... Do we have any more? No. I'm going to put this in there. Oh, my bad. Okay, here we go. So this video right here, hold on.
That's none of your business. I told you I was fat.
Oh, okay. Hold on. So, wait. Let's see. Yeah, so this particular video, y'all, is oh man, this is my iPad, y'all. Dang, look at that. I missed my iPad. This video is, I don't know how old. It's really old. Excuse me. My bad, y'all. All right, so, bro, why y'all playing with me right now? Why y'all gonna make me go off up in here? So this was back in 2021, bro. Wow. 2021. It's crazy. 2021 is when this video, when I screen record this video. 2021 is still in here. I have yet to do a reaction for it. Crazy work, right? All right, let's get it. Let's get it, folks. Let's get it, shot. Can I make this a little bit smaller? I want to make sure we get everybody in here. It's small in here. You big in here. All right. Here we go. Let go.
How much do you weigh? That's none of your business.
My channel.
3.
How much do you weigh?
That's none of your business. I told you I was fat.
Oh, okay. We don't play that shit on my channel. You get your big fat ass on somewhere then. I don't deal with you big sassy ass broads.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
Wow. So what are y'all thoughts about that, man? Again, you have a young lady. Y'all remember what I said in one of the early streams, right? You already know and understand how this man conducts his show, right? When you call into the show, you know, he might ask you what your name is, what do you got for me? And the least you can do is just comply and answer this man's questions because he asked the same question that he asked the 1,000 people that came before you. So why do you have an issue with that? He asks every young lady that comes on there, what's your name? How old are you? How tall are you? How much do you weigh? Or what's your dress size? Like, he's an image consultant. You are literally calling into a show, speaking to an image consultant. So these things matter, especially when he's talking about relationships. It's a reason why you're not getting the results that you want. And a main component of that could be pertaining to the questions that he asks, which is going to be about your weight. All right. If you don't want him to ask what your weight is, don't call into the show. And then you get upset when, you know, you're like, yo, what are you doing? What's going on? I got a show that I got to run. You know I was going to ask this question before you got up here. Hate it or love it, man. I think that this crash out was completely understandable. I don't think that Kevin Samuels was in the wrong at all with this one. Say what you want, all right? Y'all let me know, what do you guys think down in the comments about that, man? Am I wrong? Am I off? Was he wrong for that? Was he wrong? So here's another clip, right? Because
that shit.
Hold on.
Maybe you overtalk your boyfriend.
Hold on. Am I going to replay this? Okay, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, I just want to make sure. So here's the thing. I think that, hold on, let me go here. I definitely should have did a better job with yeah, definitely should have been oh wait, hold on. I got something for y'all. Give me a second. Check me out. Cause we can can we trim this? No, I won't let us. Well, we can trim it this way, I guess. I tried to. Yeah, revert. Man, we good. All right, let's go here. She was going off, boy. She ready to cook. Anyway, let me go ahead and move this out of the way real quick. Why? I don't understand why it keeps doing it. Like, if you want me to spaz out, then just say that. Stop joking. Hater, man. Hater. Hold on, let me see. All right, let's try this again. Take two. La da 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 da. I was gonna clean my room. Ooh, we can get bigger. We can get bigger right here, cuz. Anyway, I think that's good enough. Let go. All right, so I think that the weird thing is, right, people always try to paint a narrative. But the thing is, you cannot lie when people can go back and check the footage. All right? That's the thing that I absolutely love about social media. I love about video because video don't lie. Video does not lie. When you have people out there that say, well, he only spoke to black women like this. He only had these type of conversations. He only checked. He only cursed. He only did this with. It's funny you say that. I have literally seen them come in all shapes and colors and sizes. All right? He cooked every doggone body. If you bring a certain type of energy to that man's doorstep, don't be surprised when he mirrors it back to you. All right? So, this is Miss Karen. All right? So, it's Kevin meets Karen, the rugged, arguing woman. And arguing women and men are equal. So, here's the thing. I believe that this video is actually titled something else. I want to say maybe a couple of months after. I remember, but it's Kevin Samuels meets Rugged Karen. He ended up changing the name of this, so I was actually about to say that. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and continue with this thing. Let's hear her out. They're having a conversation about men and women, and we're just gonna let her cook. Go ahead.
So are you honestly trying to tell me that people... I guess. Are you... No, I said not going to overtalk me. I meant that shit. Maybe you overtalk your boyfriend. That doesn't work here. Are we clear? Nod your head and say we clear. Good. I'll be nice to you if you're nice to me, man, but I'm not going to allow you to overtalk me like that. If you're honestly telling me that shit...
Okay, so I want you to pay attention, right? Here we have a young lady that was being combative, was getting out of line, and she actually did that several times during this conversation. And Kale was basically, listen, we not gonna go down this path. We not gonna do that. After he checked her this one time, they didn't have another issue after that. All right, I don't mind, you giving pushback and stuff like that, but you're not going to overtalk me on my show. All right? I've allowed you to talk, and now you're going to allow me to talk. Or I can bid you a good night. You can go on about your business. But either way, I'm going to get my stuff off. All right? If you want to have a conversation, I'm cool with that. But what we're not going to do, or what you're not going to do is you think you're going to come on my show, be disrespectful, overtalk me, and I'm going to let that stuff slide. No, I don't care who you are. Man, woman, white, black, blue, purple, I don't give a damn. That don't matter. He checked everybody, and he was respectful to everybody. Initially, again, when you call into the show, he's going to ask you, hey, how are you doing? All right, what do you got for me? And then y'all have a conversation. Now, how that conversation, shifts or moves or ends up is completely on you. But don't think that you can just call into somebody's show and just flat out disrespect them. It ain't happening. I think that he handled this thing perfectly. You had a young lady that was basically just trying to combat and say that, women. Wait, what was it? Men need women more than men need. Men. Wait, let me see. Men need women more than women need men. And what he said was, okay, so say for instance, if Thanos just snapped his fingers right now, and all the men on Earth just disappeared, what do you think would happen, right? And she was like, yo, we would be good. All the women in the world would be able to get up, keep things up and running, up to speed. Nothing's gonna happen. We gonna be good because the thing that she's been fed and the lie that they've been fed for the longest is we don't need men. We would be completely fine without them. So let me ask you a question. Who's going to run the infrastructure? Who's going to be, if most men are in charge of the infrastructure and they're running the infrastructure, who the hell going to be in charge of it, right? What's going to happen? Because it don't take long, and I think a lot of them honestly figured that out during the pandemic, right? A lot of them figured that out during the pandemic. When you don't have people show up for work, that grid goes down. Lights get cut off, Wi-Fi, water, all of that stuff. Like you're literally going to be in the freaking dark. And if you got majority of the men out there that are running, let's just say we had a 70-30. And I think that's being very, very generous for people running the infrastructure. 70% men, 30% women. You're telling me that those 30% women are going to be able to bring all of those women in, get them up to speed on how this infrastructure works. And again, that 70% that was ran by men, those 30% women, they're going to be able to teach those women, and they're going to be able to do all of those hard jobs that men literally risk their lives for every single day. They're going to be able to get that thing up to speed before other women start to die off, because you got a lot of women that are on dialysis. You know, they have their, oxygen machines. You got a lot of people that need their medications. And when you start talking about gas, you know, that's truck drivers. Who's going to be driving these trucks around? The internet, if that goes down, they're going to have to go, where are these books located? If the internet is down, where are you getting this information from? Do we know and understand that we're going to be running this thing correctly? Man, listen, he cooked on so many doggone levels, man, and pretty much just circled right back around to the point that he was trying to make. Not trying to be funny. I'm basing everything that I'm saying based on facts. I'm not speaking based on feelings. And if all the men, you say you don't need men, but if all the men were to disappear today, bro, a lot of y'all gonna be cooked. Most women are not going to be able to survive. They're not. A lot. Now, if you reverse this thing, if you got majority of the men that are running the infrastructure right now, 70% of them, how hard would it be to bring some guys in? And most males don't have an issue with getting up under somebody's leadership, especially when it comes to making sure that we're gonna be good. They had a series on Survivor, right? Where they dropped off a handful of women, a handful of guys, and in the first day, those men had done freaking, found shelter. They had done picked out a leader, like pretty much who's gonna lead, built a fire, all these different things. And when you go on the women's side, it was a lot of going back and forth and everything, man. I believe, I haven't watched the entire thing, but I think that the people in the show had to step in and help them out, because their water container, I think they put something in their water container. I don't know if it was like some type of animal or something, but it literally cut their water supply in half because of what they had done. Anyway, it was crazy, man. But let me know, what do you guys think about this particular situation, right? I think that men need women and women need men. But if we're going to have this doggone conversation, we got to be honest. If something was to happen, if Thanos was to snap his fingers and women were to disappear they can't be gone for too long. Let's just say about 3 weeks. I think that most guys would be completely okay and they'll be good. But if you do that thing on the opposite end, I don't know, man. I just don't see it. But y'all let me know. What do you guys think down in the comments about this, all right? All right, let's switch it up. What we got, what we gonna do? Oh, man, yep. Going back to the good old days, y'all. This was a while ago. This was definitely a while ago, man. So this was a while ago, as you can tell. Anton was actually still kicking it with the Lapeef Network, man. I think that they honestly had something special over there. I think that the podcast was dope. Kay used to get on my doggone nerves sometimes, but I think that it was still a good podcast. I think that it was beneficial. I think they were having a lot of great conversations, and the channel was growing. The channel was growing, man. I don't know what the heck happened between Lapeef and Anton, but y'all already know how I feel, man. I think that regardless of what you got going on, man, y'all need to be able to squash that doggone beef and be cool. I'm never gonna be the one that would ever condone two people that were, it seemed like, as close as they were to, just lose touch over some petty stuff, which is probably, I don't know, money or a bogus conversation or whatever. I don't know, man. Hopefully one day them boys will be able to squash the beef, man. Hopefully one day. So Anton, if you seeing this, Lapeef, if you seeing this, man, listen. We got to do better, brother. Brothers, we got to squash the beef, man. Especially Anton. Like, listen, I'm going to go ahead and say it. You need to be the bigger person. The fact that you have been as successful as you have, like, if anything, listen, man, listen. Don't rub it in. I don't know how you gonna do it, but yeah, squash the beef, man. Squash the beef. Y'all had something good. Y'all definitely did. But anyway, Kevin Samuels is actually on this podcast, and he's gonna give a little game about the wage gap. All right, let go.
I mean, over the last 20 years, any gap between black men and black women has substantially shrank on the men's side. Black men, especially in my generation, have closed the gap substantially. And Sister Shahrazad Ali tried to bring this point up back in 1989, that everyone else in this country has had their behavior analyzed 6 ways from Sunday except black women. And we're still resistant of looking at black women solely. So if we had to ask the question, why is the average black woman where she is today without blaming men? Could we have that conversation?
So here we have Kay. I forgot. Kay she's normally extremely respectful when Kevin Simmons get on this thing. Shout out to Courtney. I haven't seen Courtney in a while, but Courtney was actually known for how feminine and soft she was, and she was pretty much open. I've never seen her be like combative or anything on this show, but for the longest we have heard, black men are behind, in more ways than one, whether it be the wage gap, whether it be just everything, man, just lacking in everything. And I think that society and people have been putting this stuff out for longer than I can honestly remember, man. Even when it comes to black men not being active fathers in their children's lives. And I literally watched a clip of Oprah, and I think it was like 3 or 4 black guys on stage. They actually did a study, and it came back that black men are not only behind, but they're actually the leaders. They're actually leading when it comes to black men being, I want to say, like, more active than white, more active than Hispanics in their child's lives. Whether it's, attending their football games, basketball games, like actively being there for them. And so stuff like this, man, I can definitely appreciate, again, somebody that don't mind standing 10 toes down against the information that has been put out there about black men. I can definitely appreciate it. But y'all let me know, what do you guys think down in the comments? Y'all got JR yelling and he hardly even talked. Oh, I might have to go back and watch this entire live stream, man. Like, I think they honestly had something good, man. I don't know what they was beefing about, but yeah, we definitely gotta do better. Y'all let me know, what do you guys think down in the comments about the wage gap, though? Do y'all think that it actually is true? Do y'all think that the men are out here earning significantly less than black women. I would say I think that they are the most enrolled. You know, you do have a lot of women, a lot of black women that are enrolled in college, and a lot of them have a lot of degrees, which, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but most of them aren't even using their degrees. So, you know, just a lot of unneeded, unnecessary debt. But as far as the wage gap, I don't think if there is one, that there is like a huge one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna have to look that up. But y'all let me know, what do you guys think down in the comments about that? All right. Are we about to get to my favorite part now? Let me see. Hold on. What does
That's no.
Yeah. All right, people. So we have reached the end of the stream, right? So the end of the stream, and I like to keep it a little light, you know what I'm saying? I like to go through some different videos or whatnot, man, and I guess you could say have a little fun. Have a little fun, end on a good note. You know, we were talking about some heavy stuff today, so yeah, we're gonna end this thing on a good note, man. I'm gonna bring up some clips, and we gonna go through it. Hold on a minute. My bad. So this we have. All right, so this is the last video. Then we'll get into that. All right, my bad. They did it again. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it did it again. Come on, man. Come. What Boosie say? Come on, man. Come on, man. No, is this it? Yeah, it's this. All right. So this particular video is they really trying my patience right now, bro. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it, little boy. I got you right here. Okay. Now can we cook now? Hey. Yeah, you can't do it this time, buddy. Okay. All right, people. Now we got it straight. Now we can get into it. Let go. Hold on. Talking crazy.
Put your hands on my son. They don't give you a right to put your hands on my son. He know the rules. Okay, and I tell him the rules, but you, when it comes to my children, you do not put your hands on my child. They don't go in the bedroom. Understood. They stay in the living room. Understood. He put his hands on you, correct? Do not touch my child anymore. And I wouldn't touch your child. Don't I didn't hit him. I didn't hit him. It doesn't matter. You put your hands on him. It doesn't matter. You could have spoke to him. You didn't have to touch him. You didn't have to use physical force. So did you know who he was?
Listen, I know a lot of people are going to feel some type of way about what I'm about to say, and that's okay. He was in my house, and he knew the rules, and he still chose to be disrespectful and go back there and do something that he wasn't supposed to be doing. Him and my daughter. Yes, I did put my hands on him. What? And the fact that you have a young lady out here that's sitting there, that went to this man's house and putting her finger in his face, bucking up at him. Ma'am, who the hell you think you're talking to? Your son was being disrespectful, so you're damn right. I picked him up and I threw him out. Now go get your husband, go get your brother, go get your uncle, your cousin. I don't care. In this house, he's going to be respectful. If not, I'm going to throw his little ass out. Y'all let me know. What do y'all think? Hey, that boy was cooking, boy. I don't even want to. Good grief. That boy was cooking. I didn't even realize I had done did that. Damn. Well, damn. All right. Nothing else needs to be said. I'm going to actually put this clip over here, though. All right. Okay, now we have reached that part in the video.
Finished woman.
Things I do for my husband that most modern women don't agree.
All right, so with these videos, let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna drag them mofos over here.
Enough. I think we're enough.
We going to Dubai. The last is.
Yo, what's going on right now? Move. All right. So some of these videos is a go, and some of these videos is a no. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right, we gooch. Let go. Let me. Hold on. All right. All right. So her husband of 5 years gave her a Christmas gift she will never forget. Let's get into the video.
We going to Dubai. It's inside of there, I promise.
Okay.
It's in there, like house. Get out my. It's in it. No, it's in it. I ran out of boxes. I promise. It's in there. That's the last. It's inside of there. I promise.
Okay.
It's in there, like it's in there. I was trying to be thoughtful. I don't know. I thought that would be thoughtful.
What?
All inclusive, baby. All inclusive, baby. We going to Dubai on me. We going to Dubai. Merry Christmas. We going to Dubai. God. Look at it. Look at it. The tickets is in there, baby. The tickets is in there. The tickets is in there. We finna be shaking out by like New Year's. The tickets is in there. Look in there. Yeah. Yeah.
What is this?
DNA test report. Yeah.
Oh.
0% paternity probability. Yeah. Yeah. Our son? Nah, yeah, that's not me. This right here say, my son ain't my son. And you ain't even got nothing to explain, because this explained it already. Yeah, matter of fact, no, it's not. Go to the next page. I'm going to show you how much I'm joking. I'm going to show you divorce settlement agreement. Divorce settlement. I already pre-made it up. Divorce agreement. It's up. You know what that means. That means we over with. We over with. Get out my house. Get out my... in it. You know, it's...
Whoa, bro. Okay, I was not expecting that. No. On Christmas. Let me start off by saying this brother is not wrong in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I ain't even got an issue with him recording. I really don't. This is tough, man. The fact that you got 3 old foes out here posing as wives and think that stuff like this is cool. You sleeping with 2 dudes around the same time you got pregnant. That's some you nasty. I don't have an issue with how he handled this. Right? You know what? DNA test to find out that the child that you've been helping raise is not even your child is crazy. And to throw that divorce on top, I think that's a bittersweet moment. Get her the heck up out of here quickly. Let me help. Matter of fact, your stuff already packed. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I would have been like, go ahead and pack. Get your stuff ready. Pack everything. Them drawers, dirty clothes, put everything in there. We're going to wash your clothes. And I got you. I'm going to throw you a couple of dollars or whatever. Listen, I got you. Make sure everything is clean, but you got to go. You got to get up out of here. And see, the worst part of all this is that child. That child is he's going to go through a lot of different emotions. 1 minute, one moment, I had a father figure in my life, and the next minute I don't. A man that loved me, that made sure I was good, that made sure my mom was good. And it looked like they were in a decent home. They were in a house or home or whatever. Dang, boy. All his entire life is about to be tossed upside down because this young lady couldn't keep her damn legs closed. Crazy, bro. Crazy. You got 3 old foes out here living. You should have known from the doggone chest tattoo. that this chick was for the streets. Don't trust them. If they got a doggone chest tattoo, man, you got to be off your doggone rocker to put a ring on them type of mofos, boy. For real, that's a different type of mindset to have all that stuff going on. But man, shout out to this brother. I think that he did exactly what he should have done. Which, if he wasn't sure, go ahead and get that DNA test done. And once it came back that you're not the father, hey, I'm going to move accordingly. To do it on Christmas is that's crazy. I don't fault him for it, though. I do not think that he's wrong. When you got a 304 like this, you got to treat them as such. All right? Go ahead and get the hell on through. Be easy. But you guys, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Do y'all think that he took it a little overboard? You know what I'm saying? Did he have to do it on Christmas? What are y'all thoughts about this, man? Y'all let me know. Drop it down in the comments and let's talk about it, all right? Crazy, boy. Crazy. I'm ready to get to the what's the name, man. I know, listen, I've been teasing about the relaxation. Oh yeah, let me get that. Let me get a little scooch over here. Wait, what the hell? What did I do? Can't make this stuff up, people. You can't make it up. Need edit. I'm trying to figure out where is that folder at? Shoot. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. We got this. Yeah, we got that. I gotta put that right there. That's loud, ain't it? Yeah, that's trash. I just love the sound of that trash. That sounds crazy. I'm trying to set up for my compilation, man. Wait, what is it? Is that it? Is this it? Wait, what's her name at, man? There we go. What happened to my sound? It just disappeared. What the heck? There we go. All right. And this is the last video. So we're going to do like a quick little compilation or whatnot. Let go. Again, I try to leave out on a good note. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to do like a little quick compilation of the women's. Oh, wow. I just realized something. How long has that been like that? Interesting. All right. Here we go. This over here real quick. There we go. All right, here we go. Let go.
Finished woman. Things I do for my husband that most modern women don't agree with. In no particular order, number 1, submitting to him. I don't look at me and my husband as equals. He is my head, he is my leader, and I respect and treat him as such. And there's nothing oppressive about it. This man treats me like a princess, and I love it. Every single minute of it. When you have a man who you know truly has your best interest at heart, it truly makes submitting come easy. Not always easy, but definitely worthwhile. Number 2, I ask him for permission on certain things before I do it. Let's say,
hey, she better cut it out, boy. I know them women are in a uproar in them doggone comments. You gotta be careful when you say that word submission, because that really triggers a lot of them little chicks out there. Hey, submit. Asking him for permission? What you mean? When you have a young lady that vets correctly and she fully trusts her man, she can lay down that doggone guard and be her best feminine and submissive self. That's why that skin glowing like that. She's happy. They in a big house. Look how tall them doggone ceilings is. See, a lot of women are not going to be able to experience that type of life with somebody because they don't understand. They can't never look at the bigger picture, man. They so caught up in being so selfish. They don't want to hear nothing anybody else got to say. She got to be something. She got to be a pygmy. There is no way in the world she's really happy. She is. She is.
Group of my girls and I want to go out to a place that we've never been before. I'm not going to just go. I'm going to ask my husband if he's okay with me going before I make any type of plans. And that's out of respect, because if he's not okay with where we're going, or if he's not sure about the location, then I'm not going to go. I also wash his clothes, I clean up after him, I cook for him, I serve him his plate, and I take it back when he's done. I cater to him. I literally cater to him because he's the king and he should be treated as such. And I let him have the final say on decisions. I trust his judgment at the end of the day, and I know that he's always open to hearing and considering my thoughts, but at the end of the day, he's the man. I let him have the authority, let him have the final say on what works best for us. And even if things don't...
Notice how she's smiling. She was smiling when she said it because she knows she gonna piss some people off with what she's saying, but she already know. Let's go. Cook, queen.
As he planned originally, I'm not going to go ha-ha and laugh in his face. I'm going to still be by his side and support him. It's okay. Lesson learned. Now on to the next thing. Period. Things I...
See, we spend a lot of time on the left side of the internet. Normally, videos like this don't tend to go viral. They just don't. Like, it's some women that may be down in the comment section that get some pushback or whatever, but most of the comments, just be celebrating. It be guys celebrating and saying, "Yo, that is a very, very lucky man." I personally used to be in a spot where I thought that it was best if a woman wasn't on the internet, because I know and understand what that comes with. Especially women that speak like this, it's going to be faced with a lot of backlash, so you got to be careful. You got to be really secure. You have to have a very, very strong foundation, and you cannot be bothered by the comments, what people say, and they even got to the point where they're doing reactions. They put you on podcasts. You might be in a thumbnail. It's some people, some women out there that, they got tough skin. They can deal with it. And on up until like maybe a few years ago, I started seeing the benefits of women like this that have the results. And when I say results, they have a husband or a man that they respect that's in their lives. Most of the time, those women, listen, I don't want no parts. I'm living my best life. I got a man that respects me. I respect my man. I have no reason to get out here and put out any type of content. I found what I've been looking for. And to those women, I would say, I understand. I respect it. But I am seriously grateful for women that speak out like this. Because there's going to be a lot of hyenas down in the comments. And they've been out there for so long, loud and proud and wrong, that always spit, most of those women are like pygmies. They don't really say too much. But you have a young lady out here like, listen, I respect my husband's judgment. You know what I mean? Yes, he gets the last say so. Yes, she is submissive. She's checking off those boxes. Not only do she cook, she cleans, she don't complain. Dadgummit, good for you, man. Good for you. What do you guys think down in the comments about this, man? Do y'all think that women like this are pygmies? Or do y'all believe that women like this are actual wives? They really embody what it is to be a wife. And there's no surprise to me. There's no surprise why these women have been, I don't want to say snatched up, but there's all the evidence points to a man making sure that women like this don't get away. Like, listen, I know what I got. I'm not going to mess that up for nobody. None of these chicks out here can't compare, can't compete with my girl. And listen, some people looking at her right now, they might consider her maybe a 5 or maybe even a 6, right? Maybe average, maybe a little bit above. I don't know, right? But to that guy, to her husband, 10 out of 10. Hundum. I'm talking about a hunt. I don't give. them Instagram chicks that's out there with the BBLs and everything or whatever that done had all this plastic surgery or even natural beauty, they still can't compete with my girl. Why? Because this up here, she possesses something that the other ones don't have, and that's a mindset. Listen, you can't buy that. I don't care what surgeon you go to, you can't buy that mindset, baby. It's either in you or it ain't. Let go. Let go. Whoo, yes, sir. Hey, you gotta love it. You got to love it. You hear me?
Enough. I think one of the
she on here again. Look at her. She look cutie pie. She look cutie pie. Okay. All right, let's see. Normalize healthy communication. What you got for us?
Babe, I miss your attention. You've been neglecting me. Is everything okay? I mean, do you need anything from me to help you feel closer to me so I can have more of your focus?
Bro, and then she said, do I need anything from her so I can feel closer to her and she could have more of my focus? Nothing. I was just sitting there looking stupid, giggling like Peppa Pig.
Hey, like women, I think that you guys should definitely try something like this, man. Right? Especially if y'all haven't been doing it. Like, just throw that at them. Like, this type of energy, a woman being feminine, it will literally put that man on factory reset. Man, listen, man, you know what? I ain't even gonna get into it. Y'all let me know. What do you guys think down in the comments about this, though? Do you think that women that act and behave like this get more out of their man or less? Do you think that when a man hears this, when a man gets this type of attitude or whatever from their woman, do you think that he'll be willing to do more or go above and beyond? Or you think he's doing less and he's checking for other women? Let me know. I'm curious, because when we hear the narrative, I did everything, and still got, the short end of the stick, which I call cap. I literally call cap. Those women that really go above and beyond and do all these great things, I'm telling you, men aren't leaving that. They not jeopardizing that. All right? Men might be a lot of things, but they ain't that damn stupid. If you're a good woman, you're going to be kept. If you're a good woman, your man is not going to mess up. All right? Just make sure you're vetting correctly. Don't go out here and get a guy that's been, tricking off on all these different chicks or whatever and think that he's going to be a good. No, I'm saying vet correctly. Get you a good guy, and I guarantee you that man ain't going to go nowhere, and he's going to do everything that you need plus more when he's getting this type of attention. All right? Y'all let me know. What do you guys think down in the comments? And she natural. Shout out to her, man. Natural. Keep yourself up, man. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
I please my man in every way.
Okay. Wait a minute. Is this thing 5 minutes long? Good grief. We might have to say that for last, y'all. We're gonna say that. We're gonna say that. All right, we got somebody. Okay, wait. It's titled Somebody. Somebody needs to come get these old ladies. Who mama out here acting up? Who mama? Who auntie out here acting up? What y'all got going on, man? What y'all got going on? Let's see, hold on. All right, hold on, y'all. I gotta make sure we gooch. Let me bring that down a little bit. There we go. Now we can see the whole thing. All right. We good? We good. All right, what these old ladies talking about? Let's see what you got going on.
I am the crumb catcher with the sushi boy.
That food was good, though.
I'm Miss Waterworks with the chicken wings. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm Miss Bustin' Down on that dick with the cheese and crackers. Call me Miss Cum Guzzler. Miss Cream on that dick with the fresh wines today.
Hold on, man. Good grief. What is going on, man? Like, hold on. All right, hold on, y'all. I gotta get myself together. I wasn't ready. I definitely wasn't ready.
I'm Miss Not So Virgin Mary, and I brought the cookies. Hey, I'm Miss Suck It Till They Come, and I brought some dessert. Miss Looking Low, and I brought dessert. I'm Miss Ride Up High, and I brought street tacos. I'm Miss Dick Juggler, and I brought nachos and dip. But my nasty name is Hot Twa Made a Nigga Marry Me, and I brought a keyboard. My nasty name is Miss Suck It and Swallow. And I brought the Louisiana board, shrimp and grits. Miss Gripper.
My gripper. Okay.
I'm Miss Make His Toes Curl. And I brought the sketcher.
My name is Sexy Head, and this is a vegan, vegan dish.
I'm Miss Throat Goat, and I brought the egg rolls. Miss Make 'em Come Quick with the double eggs.
Hold on. Copyright. Yo, that's great. Hold on. Bruh. What the heck is going on? Hey, somebody come get these grandmas, man. Somebody come get these grandmas and these aunties, because they showing all the way out. What in the world, bro? Hey, I ain't mad at some of them dishes, though. That food look good. That food look good. Hey. Now, I don't know how their children feel about all this. Cause that's what I'm thinking about. Like, yo, bro, how they children feel about you talking about you miss busted down on that D, throat guzzler and all that. To know your mom went viral for all the wrong reasons is crazy, bro. What in the world? Now, I will say this. I'm not a fan of the moo-moos. I'm just not a fan of the moo-moos, man. Now, I don't know what that is. It was some young lady that looked like she had on grandma's old house coat. Like, they call them moo-moos, but I was just like, that's an old like house dress or something like that. Things look dingy, man. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. We actually had one of my boys on the podcast that was talking about, those things. I don't think that's sexy. I don't think that's sexy at all. You gonna be sexy, put some lingerie on. I don't want to see no dang on old 1970 dress that somebody's grandma used to wear. Ain't nothing sexy. But like, man, you got easy access. Well, let her ease her on about that right there. That right there. Look at that. Look at that. No. Or this is like a hospital gown, man. And she even got the hospital sticker. No. I like them. What is that? Strawberry, chocolate covered strawberry. I like those though. But yeah, no, I'm not a fan of the moo-moos, man. I'm so glad that, that season only lasted like maybe 10 minutes and people got up out of there. Yeah, absolutely not. But what do y'all think about this this video? Again, if they are living up to their names and they giving that go 3,000 whatever to their husbands or their partner or their man or whatever, I ain't got no issues with it. But putting this on social media is crazy work. Boy, I don't know. That's a lot of different odors in there. I don't know. I'm hoping all of them clean. But yeah, y'all let me know. What do you guys think down in the comments about that, man? They having a party like that. Is y'all going? Is you going? Is you going? All right, let's see. I titled this is a wife. Interesting. Okay. Woman being praised online for breaking down her role as a wife. Okay. Let go then. Let go.
Rose, my man don't cook, clean, wash, nothing. Don't do none of that household stuff. You come in the house, you sit down. I get my behind off that couch, go heat his food up. If he can come in the house 2:30 a.m., that's after midnight, and say I want a sandwich, I'm getting my sleepy butt out that bed and go make a sandwich. That's what I'm gonna do.
Put cheese on that thing too.
Oh yeah.
Put cheese on that thing too.
They want to be submission is all this other stuff, getting some shoes and barefoot and pregnant. It's about being agreeable, about being cooperative, and about listening. And that's letting the man leave. I can do this. And again, like you said, it's independent and independence is two different things.
Absolutely.
I was independent in the Army. Struggled. Senior leader struggle because all I had to do was reach out and ask for help. Independent means doing it alone, by yourself.
Right.
Independence means, okay, yeah, I can still go to college, I can still contribute, I can still do this. I had that stuff all wrong in my relationship with my son's dad. Had it all wrong. I won't do it again. Rose, my man don't cook, clean. This man get to leave.
Man, listen, man, I definitely appreciate her for being honest. You know what I mean? Like, saying she done been there, she done that, she tried something that didn't work, and when she went back to the drawing board and understood the error of her ways, she made corrections.
I'm holding on to all his ankles, Achilles and everything. I ain't going nowhere. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm not. I wouldn't care if he had 3 women up the hill. I wouldn't care because all my bills is paid.
Hey!
Oh, yes.
Hey!
Oh, I'm here to tell you, this man get to leave and I'm holding on to all his ankles, Achilles and everything.
Yo, man, shout out to her. I think that last part was a joke, but yeah, man, I definitely appreciate the older generation that don't mind being honest and saying, listen, I tried it this way. You know, thought that this was the way to move, focus on my career, learn all these things, you know, at my job or whatever I was doing, and thought that, you know, how I'm moving at work is the way that I should be moving out here in the world. And that got me in dead-end relationships. It wasn't until I went back to the drawing board and understood the error of my ways, made the corrections, and the man that I'm supposed to be with, and I'm supposed to align myself with, he was there all along. I just had to make those adjustments. And after I made those adjustments, listen, I'm blessed. I'm living in bliss. I'm not leaving this person for nobody because she's been out there. She's tried to do things the other way around and seen, you know, because this young lady look like she might be in her mid to late 40s. So she done been out there and she done discovered, yo, everything out here ain't like they said it was. It's a struggle. It's a struggle to find somebody decent. So when you do get somebody that's decent, you need to hold on. You need to make sure that you made the correct. She said, if that man walk in at 2 o'clock in the morning asking for a sandwich, I'm getting my tired, sleepy butt out of bed, which I can honestly appreciate those individuals and those young ladies that know and understand commitment, right? Because when you are committed to working out, when you're committed to something like the Army or something, you learn a different type of discipline that sets you apart from everything else. You know and understand, like, listen, this thing got to be clean. This thing has to happen. If not, then we're gonna be going through some type of severe punishment. It just gives you a different type of mindset, and they learn to appreciate and do whatever needs to be done to take care of the things that need to be taken care of, and you're going to reap the benefits and reap the rewards from that because you done put work in. You done put money in the bank. Now you can withdraw. But if I don't deposit anything into this mud, I can't expect anything out of it. I tried to do things the other way. It didn't work. Went back to the drawing board, made the adjustments, and now we good. What do y'all think down in the comments? Would y'all say that this young lady is a type of woman that should be a wife? All right? Would you consider her? Pick me. I just want to hear. I want to honestly hear from y'all. What do you guys think down in the comments about her? I would definitely say that this young lady is a type of person that I'm not surprised. Like when she says that she has a ring on her finger, she's married, she's a wife, that type of stuff don't strike me as anything crazy, man. Yeah, it makes sense. Everything makes sense. That's how I consume content and I look at people's situations and relationships now. Like I can literally tell, yeah, this person is in a relationship. Yeah, this person has somebody that's decent. Yeah, this person probably has somebody that respects them. Yeah, this person has somebody that's trying to hold on to them. I don't know, man. It's just it's a pattern. It never fails. It's a pattern. That's why every time I'm looking at certain content, I just smile. Well, I'm just curious. Let me just see. And it makes sense. All right, so this is another young lady that said, "This is the energy the world needs." What is that exactly?
I please my man in every way. If he's at the dentist, I make him nut. If he's at J. Crew returning a sweater, he's nutting. If he's trying on another sweater, he's getting a nut. If he exchanged that old sweater for the new sweater, he's nutting. It's like trail mix because his day mostly contains nuts and his balls look like raisins. If he's at his aunt's funeral, he's getting 2 nuts. One at the open casket, one when they're lowering her into the grave. While he's nutting, I'm thinking about the next nut. I'm like a squirrel. I'm planting nuts all over this place. If he's at Target picking out curtains, I'm like, come on, babe, you're getting a nut. At the end of the day, I roll his up like a tube of toothpaste to make sure there's no nuts left. He's at our kid's parent-teacher conference, he's getting a nut. I'll make him nut while he's nutting. That's the secret. I make my man nut 27 times a day.
Now, damn, wait a minute, baby. Hold on.
How many?
Wait, she said she make that man 27 times per day? Nah, I'm gonna need to listen, man. Good grief. I mean, I can appreciate the thought, but 27 times per day is crazy, boy. Whew, man. She said, open casket before they drop it down the ground. Like, good. Hey, man, listen. Knock that little thing out of commission. You better sit down somewhere. What you talking about? Oh, man.
The guy deserves. If I'm not getting 10 out of you every single day, then I'm not going to bed until you've...
She said she needs 10.
If that's his average, you know what I mean? If I've seen you bust 10 consecutively for a little while and today you've only busted like 6 or 7, I'm like, honey, are you alright? Like, do you need to a couple times or something?
No, you think 10 a day is your requirement.
Requirement?
Or like what he deserves.
Yeah, I think so.
Have you ever made a guy more than that in a day?
I think 15 or something like that. I'm gonna work toward that goal. 15. And then I'm gonna let you know how often I reach it in a week.
But we're starting at 10 and like I think getting to 15, that's a pretty reasonable goal.
Yeah, he better eat his Wheaties, lace up his Nikes.
Yeah.
So I wanna point out something real quick before we hear from this other young lady. Now she said, "Have you ever had a guy?" One of the things that I look for when I'm listening to content is my man. You know what I mean? Like my person. And when I don't hear that, it kind of rubs me the wrong way. So who is this directed to? Who is this for? Technically this type of information and stuff should be kept to yourself and it shouldn't be put out there in the public. But I'm just saying, if you're going to have a conversation, make sure it's about a specific person, a special someone, not just, I'm going to see if I can make this person or the next person 10 times, 15 times in a day. I don't know. That just, it kind of rubs me the wrong way. And I don't know. I don't know how much we can say like it was truth in that. It kind of seemed like cap a little bit. She started rubbing on her hair. And I feel like that's like a telltale sign that somebody's lying. Yeah. I need one more like that. Wait, what they talking about?
For feeling proud and for wanting to have, that girl power and holding things over him. But no, you've got to give it up, ladies. I please my man in every way. All the ways. Wake him up. He gets to nut. Before he leaves out the door, he's leaving empty nuts. At work, I am calling him like, come outside, it's your lunch break. It's time for you to get your nut off. When he gets home, he's getting fed. He is getting another nut and one before bed or 2 if he's lucky. And that's it. That's a secret. I make sure that my man nuts at least 6 or 7 times a day.
So let me point something out real quick. Women that think like this, honestly, these women literally live in bliss. Like, I don't know what it is, but the women that are freaks toward their man. I'm not just talking about just freaks in general, because you do have those. They just want to get it off. They don't give a damn if it's on the chair or to a chair or whatever. They don't care. But the women that know and understand when they get somebody, oh, You getting all of it. You getting the whole dog in the morning, afternoon, night. Now, if you get a productive man, a man that's productive and aligned, and on his purpose, he ain't gonna be able to do all that. Ain't no 10, 12, 15, 30. Listen, when he taking care of business or whatever, cool. When he gets some free time, absolutely, 1,000%. Or when he get maybe 2 minutes, a woman that know and understand what she do, it don't take long. It don't take long. It don't take long at all. What is it? Pull here, tug there. You know what I'm saying? That deal. But those women that think and move like this, they stay in their relationships forever. Ain't no coming in between that. Ain't no coming. You know how to to take care of your man. You do it on a regular, and you know how to make a sandwich, bro. Listen, ladies, you ain't getting that guy. That guy ain't going nowhere. Nowhere.
I remember my grandfather telling me, God rest his soul, before he passed away, that men have 4 different appetites that you have to tend to. He said, men are not complicated. He said, I'm just going to break it down to you. He told me, he said, men have a physical appetite, a visual appetite, a sexual appetite, and an emotional appetite.
Cool.
And for a minute, I really didn't understand it when I was younger, but as I got older, it really started to click. It always stayed with me. He said, physically, you need to make sure that you know how to cook. And if you don't know how to cook, then find out how to cook. And if you can't, then at least have a meal on the stove or in the stove. By the time he get there, that's warm, especially if that man is taking care of the household. He said, it don't take a lot of work. He said it don't. And I watched my grandmother do it. I watched her do it, so I know that I'm capable. He said a visual appetite. He said, keep yourself up. He said, if you're the only woman that this man is going to be with, at least keep yourself up. He said, because men still need to be stimulated visually, so that way they can crave you. He said, and yeah,
Man, look, what is her name? Kitty. Kitty be on it, bro. Again, when we start talking about the women that are married, are in long-term relationships, it is no surprise, bro. It's no surprise at all why these women are in relationships. Because she already said, listen, I had a grandfather in my life that told me a man got 4 appetites. One of the first ones is making sure, hey, listen, if I don't know how to cook, find out how to cook. Have a hot meal waiting on that man. Listen, I got you. The second thing is, which I think is equally important, keeping yourself up. Like, that is so freaking important, man. Because out here in the world, and I think this is still true to this day, it's a lot more women out there than there are guys. And trust and believe, these women out here, if you got a decent looking guy, then chances are, hey, listen, they coming. So you got to make sure that you come correct. Not saying that those guys are going to step out or do anything, but you want to make sure that your man has something to look at. Take care of yourself. Take care of you. And I don't think I've ever seen a time where she don't look decent. You know what I'm saying? Nails, hair, even though I don't necessarily agree with the wigs, the weave, the mini blonde eyelashes and stuff like that. Not a fan of it. Again, not throwing any shade or any shots at her. I'm just saying, I'm just not a fan of it personally. You know what I mean? If your man like that, or your man is okay with that, cool. But definitely do some, some room temperature checks or whatever. But yeah, she said, listen, her grandma kept her nails and her hair done. You know what I'm saying? And listen, depending on the guy, some guys, they are completely cool with natural. Keep up your natural hair. Make sure, your nails and stuff are clipped or, painted if you want to paint your nails or whatever. Guys are simple. Guys are extremely simple. But no one understands something. If those things aren't being kept up, don't be surprised if some woman or somebody come in and swoop your man. I'm not saying that you're going to step out or anything like that, but you got to make sure each and every day that you're doing your part in the relationship or whatever y'all got going on. It's important, man.
Love will still be there, he said, and although your looks will fade, you the one woman that he wants to look at. Give him something, excite him, make him imagine something, tease him, right? And then there's a sexual.
Yeah.
My grandfather told me, he said that, yes, visually you can stimulate a man. He said, but don't forget that men are sexual in nature. He said, and so they're going to want to do what they want to do to their woman. You're the only woman that he's sleeping with. You're the only woman that he desired. Take some time out of y'all day. He said, look, if y'all got to share the responsibilities, share the responsibilities. You both do things in the house so that way when the kids are down, y'all both can bathe and oil each other down and do what y'all need to do. He said, that's going to help y'all connect. And then the last one, he said, men do have an emotional appetite. He said, all men want to feel is appreciated, understood, heard. That's it. He said, just listen to him. You don't got to talk much. Just listen. He always told me that men are not that complicated.
Again, you got a young lady that grew up around a man, and just like I was saying early on, this is why this young lady is married. She's in a relationship with a guy that respects her because she knows and she understands, because she's already been prepped. It's in her. She's seen it from, her grandmother. I don't know. She didn't say anything about her mother, but she's seen it from her grandmother. She took heed. And she embodies that. Anytime that she's on, tonight's conversation, you can tell everything that where she speaks from, like that's a part of who she is. And she makes sure her man good. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of her man.
He's absolutely right.
Cook then.
Baby, if I'm tired, he can get it.
Okay.
After work, he can get it.
Look at these
After dinner,
heads.
he can get it.
Okay.
In the morning, he can get it. Before the gym, he can get it. That's my man, so he can get it. Before church, he can get it. After church, he can get it. Thank you, Lord. He can get it. In the shower, he can get it. After the shower, he can get it. Date night, he can get it. Date night too, he can get it. Netflix and chill, he can get it. When I'm irritated, he can get it, because he can change that mood. When we're bored, he can get it. When we're super busy, he can get it. On vacation, he can get it. On staycation, he can get it. In the rain, he can get it. In my car, he can get it. Well, no, my man too big to be getting it in my car. But in his Escalade, he can get it.
Yo.
I'm 5 feet, I can work that out. State to state, he can get it. So can my man really get it just about any time? Hell yeah. You see, this don't have to work for you and your relationship, but it works for me and mine.
Come
so
on.
it's pointless to hate on me for how I treat mine.
Come on.
Because I'ma still give it to him just about any time.
Yeah, I'm
He can get it. Try it with your man. You might like it. We're gonna keep this marriage hot. Because if he can get it, that means I'm getting it. Sure does make for a fun marriage.
One thing I want to make sure that I point out throughout all of these doggone videos, what did these women continue to say? Make sure I look, because when I take care of that man, I'm taking care of myself. We are good. Another thing to point out, not once did I see any woman in there with a bonnet on, with, walking on the back of her house shoes, night clothes, or anything. All these women look like they kept themselves up. They took care of them. You have to be. It's important, because you cannot pour into anybody else if you're not pouring into yourself. It's just something about, when you leave out the house and you got a nice outfit on, your hair is done, you smell good, you look good. Like you want to give that energy to somebody. Why not give that energy to your person? And so when you walk out the house, or when you, are lounging around and you don't feel good, I'm telling you, it's just something about, let me go ahead and wash my hair and retwist it real quick. Let me go to the salon and, get your nails done, get your feet done, or whatever. It just changes your mood. Man, come on, man. Like, what we doing? What we doing? What did she say? Listen, it don't matter where he at. It don't matter where we at. Listen, she giving it up. In every single last relationship where it has not only lasted the test of time, but those people actually love and like each other. Oh, they still doing it like jackrabbits. And these are people that are 50, 60 years old. I guarantee you this young lady is in, I guarantee you this young lady is in her 60s or getting real close to it. And still like jackrabbits, man, at 5 feet. Come on now. Come on, somebody. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream right here, man. This was a pleasure. I actually had a really, really good time reacting to a lot of this content that I've had for, I don't know, roughly like maybe 3-4 years now. Finally got it out the way. Now we can move on to more modern day topics. All right, so I want to start going through everything that's going on. So everything that pop up, we're going to be reacting, reviewing it, and going through it. All right. Anyway, man, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until the next time, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.